You knew it had to be, didn't you? It had to be the wife beating vest tonight. God, is it hot? It really is, isn't it? I got a little fan there. Well, it's quite a big fan, but do you know what? It's like an oven in here. It's heated up all day. I don't know. I nearly cancelled tonight. I'm serious. It's so hot, and I can hardly breathe in here. There's no windows or anything. So I thought I'd give it a go. I'll just put that up because you might be right there tonight, geezers. You said, good evening, Peter and all here. I reckon it's going to be a short one tonight unless Peter wants to sweat it out into a well, it won't be 11 o'clock, I can tell you that right now. But even if I wanted to go on and go for a long time, I don't think I could manage today. It is hot, seriously hot. I think although the temperature is not as high as it was last week, I don't know, for some reason it just feels more humid today. But the good news is we're going to suffer through this through the weekend. But we're forecast thunderstorms at the early part of next week, Monday, Tuesday. Welcome to the Thailand-bound weather forecast. No, seriously, guys. The thing is, somebody said to me today, they said, well, you love going to Thailand. It's hot there, isn't it? And I'm like, well, yeah. But the difference between here and Thailand is when you're out and you think, God, I've got to have some respite. You can go and put your aircon on and lie down on the bed or pop into a 7-Eleven and have a drink. There's just no respite here, is there? It's terrible. But look, I'm moaning already. I've just started moaning. So let me just say hi to everybody. So hi to the Baldy vlogger. Let me just put these up one on. That's today's rates. Thai baht's gone up a little bit. The only currency that seems to have stabilized or a little bit higher this week is the Australian dollar. All the other currencies are slightly down. Maybe the US dollar as well. Right, Danish bacon. Hello, Peter. Nearly forgot it was an hour earlier. It was a bad week to change, to be honest with you, because an hour earlier means and that's probably why it's so hot in here. Do you remember when I did the other one a few weeks ago? It was hot, but it wasn't as bad as now. And that's probably because it was an hour later and I'd left the door open, the fans going. But it really is like a furnace. Right, Franco, hi to you. You're in the background. I know you're in Ireland at the moment, roadieing or whatever it is you call it. Just to let you know, the mod's in the house. Right, let me just... Shaggy Rogers, hi to you. Let me get rid of this now. We'll put that up again later. There isn't a lot of news going on in Thailand at the moment, but what is going on, we've only got one moderator tonight because Damon, finally, after nearly 3 years, he's going to see his missus tomorrow. And this photograph here was taken about 20 minutes ago. Look at the smile on that face. Damon, he actually moderates on the streamers. You know, he's a good friend now. I've been speaking to him for about 2 years. He's been a bit down in the dumps because he has got a full-time girlfriend in Thailand. She's not a bar girl. He's got a house up in where is it? Buriram. He's at Buriram, and he hasn't seen his missus for like nearly 3 years. And he told me today on the phone, I said, I bet you're really looking forward to it, aren't you? And he was like, to be honest, mate, he said, I'm really nervous about it because I haven't seen her for, we've been FaceTiming, having conversations. But, he's on his way now. And that literally was 20 minutes ago. He's at Heathrow. So I won't hear from him for a month. So good luck to him. And I'm a bit jealous, to be honest with you. And I'll tell you what I did, because I'm a bit fed up at the moment with everything that's going on in my life. I thought, sod it, I'm going to go to Thailand on Sunday. I tried this 2 weeks ago and it didn't work. So yesterday I thought, I'll go on Sunday for 2 weeks, and I'm booked in October. And $2,000. I couldn't get less than £2,000. I'm not going to waste money. Okay, windows open. That's a strange name. How are you doing? A then says, yeah, if you're a gambling man, you would have won some money. But it's warm. Okay, I bet Peter's wearing the wife beater tonight. Yeah, he is. Just a funny story, actually. When Damon was, he was having his mother had a birthday last Sunday when I did the stream with Ed. And he showed his mother, he said, look, I moderate on this channel. And it just happened to be when I said, look, I've got the wife beating shot. And his mother being older, she says, does he beat his wife? Did I just hear? And Damon says, only when he's wearing that shirt. Marky Mark, thanks for that. SMF, Soapy Massage Fun. I prefer the 8 p.m. start. Cheers. Well, you're in the States, aren't you, Mark? So I don't know how it quite tallies up for you. If you're not in the UK and you're wondering why we're going on about the weather so much, we don't have temperatures like at the moment. We have a drought in the UK at the moment, and the rest of Europe is worse than us. It's the driest it's been for a long time. I'm not going to say a date because I don't know, but a long time, many years. But thanks, Mark. I appreciate that. Okay, who else we got? Let's have a look. Javier, how you doing? Hi, friends. Hope everybody is doing great. Mazza, big up, Franco. Yeah, saying hi to Frank. Dave and Andrew. Hello, Peter. We're on the stream tonight. All the best. Cheers. Paul Hoskin. You got this as to can see my left hand is Scotland. That's a bit cryptic, Paul. Marvin Northhouse. Hello from the Hard Rock Casino, Biloxi, Mississippi. There was a film that I really enjoyed years ago, And it was a guy who was in the army. He was training. It was a training camp, and it was, I forget the name of the film, but it was, or the movie, as Americans say, but it was based around Biloxi, Mississippi. I probably pronounced it wrong. Is it Biloxi? But it was a damn good film. But hi, Marvin, how are you doing? Let me just say hi, as usual. Citizen Mikey, evening, Peter. Are you doing a show on Sunday? I was going to talk about that. I honestly don't know. I would like to do one. Thanks for the super chat, by the way, Citizen Mikey. The thing is, it's really uncomfortable, guys. I mean, the Friday is a must do. I enjoy it. It's not like it's a job that I have to do and I don't want to do it. I'm going to have a beer in a minute. But it is extremely uncomfortable. And, if it's like this on Sunday, I'd say no, probably not. You'll get a notification. If I decide to do it, you get 30 minutes before you get the thumbnail. But it's really uncomfortable. And, if it's like this on Sunday, which I suspect it will, I might give it a miss. Because it's just, you get, when I sit here, I get a headache because the air is thick. It's heavy and it's hard. And the fan is blowing air on me, but it's warm air, I'm feeling myself getting a headache already. Right, okay. Where else? Who else we got? Let's have a look. Did I say hi to you, Shaggy Rogers? So lost my place now. Have lady boys will monger. Heads up, bar girls, mongers in the house. Yeah. There's not much news going on in Thailand, but I did read. Where was that now? Let's have a look. It was the Thai news reports the number of international arrivals hit the 3 million mark on the 23rd of July. So that's pretty good, isn't it? What else is happening in and it's all good news at the moment. The bars and clubs in Thailand, they're proposing to open at 4 until 4 a.m. because I think it's still midnight, isn't it? Probably longer in Pattaya, The CCSA to give the thumbs up for 4 a.m. licensing next week. Well, that should be good for when I go in October. Thai Airways flies high as numbers skyrocket as it flies tourists into the kingdom from Europe. Thai Airways appears to be benefiting from the foreign tourism recovery underway in the kingdom, with passenger numbers reported to have risen by over 600% since the beginning of the year. So there you go. That is all the news tonight. I can't read anything else actually because that is it. There's nothing else happening. Okay. Paul Hoskins. Yes, I'm a lefty. Okay. Rio Rennie, the best way to start a weekend, a live stream with Peter and nice people. Greetings from Copacabana. Thanks for that. That's a nice of you to say so. World traveler forever. Greetings, Peter. Hope you're doing fine. I am, but it is hot. Asif Sheikh, again, good evening, handsome man. Hope you're well. Yeah. Jeff say hi. Is it Con Bob? How are you? Did you catch the live stream last Sunday with Ed Sweeney? It was pretty good, wasn't it? It weren't bad. Let me just try and get this chair up a bit. That's it. Sinking down into the chair. Oh, a bit of a suntan there. Right. Let's have a look. Oh no, it's too high now. That's it. Yeah, that's all right. Somebody came on last week and they said, I'm glad to see Peter got dressed for the occasion, but what can you do? Rich in Farangland, evening. How you doing? Tom Celador. Hi. I am Tilt. How are you doing? Brian Street. What did I watch, Tilt, about the Isle of Man this week? I watched something about the Isle of Man because you're in the Isle of Man. Oh, it was the Norman Wisdom story. It was a documentary about Norman Wisdom. He's still very big in, where is it? Somewhere in East Europe, Albania. Apparently, the Albanian government seen like the Norman Wisdom as a downtrodden workman, and they thought that would be good to show their people. And every single week for years now, they've put a Norman Wisdom show on. And up until his recent death, well, I say recent, it was a few years ago now, but he was a massive star in Albania, Norman Wisdom, even after he kind of faded a little bit here. Kevin Lampard, it's got to be a wife beater's vest tonight. It definitely has, yeah. Matthew Cartwright, good to see you, Peter. Cheers. Wayne M, good evening. Malcolm McLaren F1 race close. Sawadee Krab, Peter and Mongers. Peter Parker, hi. Cy London, how you doing? Anders Bergman, hi. Dutch Frang, hi. Donald Trump, beef hula hoops and a cold can of Tennant. Super is ready for the live. I like beef hula hoops actually. I like the plain ones as well, but the beef ones, our co-op do a bag of them for a pound. Oh, I put weight on, guys. I mean, look, I put weight on. I'm not going to mention it this week just in case I fail. I'm going to start doing something from either tomorrow or Sunday. I've made up my mind now. I'm in Thailand in 7 weeks, and I said, right, it's not so much I'm going to go on a diet. I've made up my mind to do something, but I don't want to do it now because if I blow it, then I'll look like an idiot. But if I manage to make it till next Friday, then I'll be on my way and I'll let you know what it is. Right, Rumble, hi. Guns and Pleb, hi. Steve P, hello, Peter. I received some good news today and I'm ready to enjoy the stream. What is the good news, Steve? Talk about a cliffhanger. I've received some good news, but I'm not telling you what it is. Let us know what it is. Right, Aidan. Hi, Peter. Hi, everyone. An hour early and still sober. Yeah, good. TGC 2450. Good evening. Do you know what? I spoke with some people in the week who come onto the stream. When I say speak, messages and stuff. And they actually said, some of the guys said, look, you know what, when you finished the last week for 2 hours, it was perfect because, it's terrible to watch you sort of go on for 3 and 4 hours. I like watching the stream, but, people encourage you to drink and, you get a bit slurry and 2 hours is just right, and I think they're right. And the other thing is 2 hours starting at 8 o'clock now, 10 o'clock, I can still, I've still got time to watch a bit of telly and all the rest of it, haven't I? So I think it's ideal. Ben Dover, good evening. Paul Shackleton, good evening, Peter. And everyone, it's been a hot one today in Weymouth. Paul, not only Weymouth, mate, everywhere. But like I said, I watched the Sky Weather Report, the latest one, literally 10 minutes ago, and they said we're going to have 2 or 3 days of thunderstorms starting from Monday. We've got a hot weekend, and then from Monday we've got a few thunderstorms, just what the doctor ordered, I think. Do you know, I hope you guys will excuse me because I'm so hot. I'm going to have a beer. I don't normally have one this quick. Look at that. Look, you could kill somebody with that, couldn't you? It's a block of ice. Let's have a look. Oh, get the coldest one in there, hopefully, and the old Sprite. Oh, I don't think I could handle a whiskey today. Right, and don't forget, we've got the competitions tonight. We've got Spot the Thai Girl and Spot the Lady Boy. I'll do that one later. Right, let's have a look what else is going on in here before I pour this. Right, Ed Sweeney's 20 Stone Wife. Get a few beers down here. Hopefully the vest will come off completely. Christ, that'd be a sight. I'll probably lose about 100 people if I took my vest off. Oh, look at this. Look, cold, nice and cold. Lovely. This is going to go down a treat. I'm so hot. And it's weird, when you're this hot, a glass of water just doesn't do it, does it? Right, a bit of Sprite on top. Seamus Doherty. Hi, Peter. Record-breaking heat for August. Yeah, in Ireland. Yeah, it really is. It's here as well, mate. Really hot. Right, let's just pop this back. Oh, Christ, can't put the lid on now. Hang on. Right, that should do it. Talk among yourselves. Talk among yourselves. Oh, Christ. What's going on here? Can't get the lid on. Cheers. Oh, that's lovely. Lovely. Right. Matthew Cartwright, congratulations on the 40,000. I think it's 40,200 now. Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate that. And like I keep saying to you, it really surprises me. Most of this has been done from the UK, not Thailand. So that's it. I'm looking forward to getting out there in October. Hopefully I can get the numbers up. Right. Oh, settle down now. Settle down. Hey, El Terrifico, hi to you. Thanks for all your comments on the streams in the week. I do take note. I try and answer as many as I can, or at least heart them. Right. Yeah, it's Mother's Day in Thailand. Is it today or tomorrow, Mother's Day? I think it's today, Mother's Day in Thailand. Natural in the buff Vietnamese lady, moderate this. It's a vegetable. What's to moderate? Hi, Michael Whitaker. Hi, nice to see you again. Hello, Peter. Greetings from a not so hot Southern California. I envy you, Michael. It's really hot here. Right, the Baldy vlogger. He needs to get sun on those legs. Right, yeah. Let's have a look. Dutch Frank, how are you doing? Dayan Ford, is it? Hi, Peter. I just sold my house. Took 4 months to start, finish. Best of luck to you. Oh, I'm so frustrated. I've got a buyer on my house now, right? And they're pretty good. They're saying, look, we know there's not much about, well, hang on. They're not going to hang on forever. But my wife went to look at a place in another town 8 miles from here. And initially I said to her, because she put an offer in and they accepted it. And I said to her, look, you don't want to go there because it's 8 miles away. You're going to use so much fuel going to work every day and wear and tear on the car. And she's, she hasn't got an economical car. And then I thought about it today. I thought, you know what, just let her get on with it. We'll never get going. So I left her a little note and said, look, I think you should just go. The house is actually nice. It's 8 miles. It's not the end of the world. It's within budget. I think you should just go for it. And then she came home from work tonight and like, oh no, I wouldn't be happy there. There's a new house down the road. I'm gonna maybe I'll I'm gonna view it on Sunday. So I said, well, do you mind if I come? Because I'd like to ask them some questions about fees and because they charge all these funny fees. And she's like, yeah, okay. And then she said, oh, but we might not be able to view it because they said it'll be ready in September, but they're putting the kitchen in, so it might not be ready. And I'm like, oh, this is going to be a disaster. So I just left her to it. So I've told her straight. I said, look, if we lose the buyers, I'm not going through this again. You just have to live here. I'm going to Thailand, and you have to get on with it. Right. Day Ford. Hi, Peter. I just read that one, didn't I? Right. Seamus Doherty again. €530 for a flight from Dublin to Bangkok. No return for me. Okay. I find it quite hard to get just the one-way tickets. They don't seem to be advertised so well. Right, Michael, how are you doing? AGV Sports. Only 18 centigrades here now in Dalat, Vietnam. That's a nice, comfortable temperature, isn't it? 18 to 21 is perfect for me. It's not cold. It's pleasant. It's nice. You can get on and work. 35 degrees, it doesn't do it for me. But good to hear from you, Michael. Glad you're still alive, as they say. Peter Parker, I prefer the 8 p.m. start tomorrow. Yeah, hi to Bob Jeer as well. He's down in London there. I'm going to be the joke of the week is from him this week. I think he's a bit pissed off with me actually because he does a lot of texts. I'm like, stop texting me. I don't mind getting texts, but a lot of people text me, and it's like, you know, when they're coming in constant, I have to kind of sort of slow people down a little bit. But I hope people don't get offended. Max Vite, hi, nice tan. Yeah. What else? JB, with the horoscope, with the hosepipe ban coming in, I might have to get you to come and water my garden, Peter. Yeah, absolutely, I'll do that. No charge. I don't know if Northamptonshire's got a hosepipe ban yet. I looked at a map today, and I know Yorkshire brought one in today, but I don't think we've actually got one here in the. Not that I use a hosepipe. Mick Tom say, is it? Hi Peter, mega dittos, love the stories. Okay, I told you last week, but just in case you've come into the stream for the first time, the story tomorrow, guys, it's really good. It's only one story. It's 30 minutes. It's told by a girl who worked in Pattaya for 20 years plus. It starts off in her village in Isan when she's about 17, and she basically describes how she came about finding out about Pattaya and Phuket and that sort of thing. Her journey there, I don't mean a bus trip, I mean a journey from making the decision to go with a friend and her first night in her bar, and she gives you her insights into customers alike. She tells about the lies they tell. She tells you about her favorite kind of customers, what the girls like, the guys that they despise, and she says why. And she'd get, you know, it was like the Liam and I forgot her name now. The other lady who married the Australian guy. She told her story, but it wasn't detailed. This one tomorrow is just a single story because it is so detailed. And I wouldn't be surprised if you need to get a box of hankies near you because it is very, very moving. I enjoyed it. I might listen to it again tomorrow just to see before I start answering comments. Nick T, evening shaggers. Yeah, straight to the point. Mario Herrera, is it? Holy sheet, that thumbnail. Yeah, she's nice, wasn't she? Oh, yeah, okay. Franco, yeah. Noel, I haven't forgotten you up in Birmingham. Noel's a blind man, as you know. I mention him every week. You'll be sweating your cobs off up there, Noel. But hopefully you're enjoying the stream. Right, red wine, yes, that's bloody good value. I feel for you, Peter. 32 degrees in England is way worse than 32 degrees in Asia. Well, it's actually 35 around here. I think London as well. But we just, you know, we don't have aircon as a rule, do we? And that's the problem. Right, Hard Tulip. Peter, I think the movie you refer... That's it. But the movie you're referring to is Biloxi Blues, starring Matthew Broderick, late in 80s. Yeah, very good film. My sort of film. I enjoyed that. Danish Bacon. Glad you could make it, Dutch Farang. Okay, Crypto, Chris Card, treat yourself to an AC. The thing is, Chris, I would, because, you know, these ones that you put ice in them, they're BS. They're not aircon. You know, the ones that you buy for 60 quid, you put a block of ice in, that's not real aircon. What that is, that's just air blowing across ice. I've got a fan here. I could hang a few miniature bottles of mineral water. I could freeze them and hang them on there. It'd be the same thing. It's useless. The proper the ones you get here, you can get, you can't buy them at the moment because everybody wants them. My neighbour's got one actually, the ex-policeman, and he paid £300 for it. And what it is, it's virtually a heat exchanger. It's like your fridge. And what you do, it has a thing that you open a window, and it has a kind of thing that fits nicely on the window. And that is a proper aircon. He has it in his lounge, and it's brilliant. But just what you're saying there, Crypto Chris, about treating yourself to an aircon. I'm not going to be here, am I? It's not worth spending £300 now for, you know, how much more good weather are we going to have? If I was staying in this house or staying in the UK, 100%, I'll be ordering one because you can't get one for love nor money now. Okay, Sebastian, I'm not sure what that means. They scalp hospital. is that hospitals? They scalp hospitals next month, right? Um, okay. Is it Suyash Singh? I'm in Soy Cowboy. How is it there? Is it busy? Um, right. Boohoo. Hi. How you doing? Nice to see you in the stream. Right. Reggae vibes. Let's get it on. Hi, Trevor. Only 7 days ago. No, you're on the wrong stream. Dutch Frank, not really following. It's you. Okay, I'll get some I haven't said hello to already. Right, Neil Stanton. Hi, Peter. I go to Jorge first week. Johnny, there's something that's happening in then go to patio for 15 days. Going by, well, Jorge is one of my favorite places, don't you? I like it down there. And when I go in October, I intend to sort of do some filming on a motorbike and just show you what's around a bit more than what you normally see, what people normally film. Max Veit, Christ, Peter, nearly saw your moobs. I haven't got any. Cheeky sod. Right. Steve Beetlebo, is it? Good evening. Oh, yeah. Carlito. Congratulations. You broke 40,200 subscribers. And 2 years ago, you were going to maybe stop making videos. Well, you change your mind, don't you? It depends what's happening. I just... 2 years ago, I was frustrated because I couldn't get to Thailand, and I thought, what's the point? What's the point in having a live stream about Thailand if I can't go back there? And that's why I nearly gave it up. I'm glad I didn't though. Right, Ben Edits, get them shoulders out. Yeah, a bit white, aren't they? You need a bit more of a suntan on them. Geezers, Peter, you got the number for the thumb. Peter, you got the number for the thumbnail. I have it, mate. Unfortunately, I haven't. Ambitious D, I'll be there in February. It's quite a way off, really. Another hour. Damon will be on the end of the runway. Anticipation. He's scared of flying. Damon is really scared. Cam the Cook. Hi, Peter. You're early today. 4 p.m. in Eastern Canada. Yeah, I'm starting at 8 o'clock on Fridays now. Cam, it's a bit more easier to do. You know, the problem is when you do sort of 3-4 hour stream on a Friday and you start at 9 o'clock. By the time it gets to sort of midnight, 12:30, you know, and I've had a lot to drink and I just feel terrible the next day. My daughter's back from university now, so I'm taking her to work. She's got a driving license actually, but she hasn't driven for 2 years, so I'm paying for some lessons for her. Then I'm going to give her my little Skoda Fabia. Then I don't have to give her any more lifts. Right, Terry, just got on. How are things? Are you counting the days until you move? Oh, definitely. I've decided what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a long-term visa when I go out there in October because it's pointless to. They've said that they'll probably introduce the 45-day visa. Whereas, you go and you get the 30 days. Now it was 28, it's 30 now. And then they're now saying 45. That would be quite good because I know when I used to go for a few weeks, sometimes it'd be a month. And I think, I don't really want to go back. I wouldn't mind another week. And you'll have that option with the 45 days. But I'm gonna get a year's visa when I'm there in October, and I'll get the multiple entry as well. That means basically I've got a year. I'm legally in Thailand for a year, and I can come and go as I please. Right, smooth operator. Would be good if you and Ed make the Sunday stream a regular thing. I'd like to do that because I think me and Ed do a great stream together, and it seems to go down well. But Ed is quite an elusive guy; it's quite hard to get hold of. And sometimes I'll contact him, and he's like, "Oh, I'm busy this week," or "My friend's coming round," or he's doing a lot of streams. I mean, Ed's doing a stream most nights now. I think he's trying to get his numbers up on his second channel. And I did ask him before, and he did kind of commit to it, but it's so much work trying to get him on the stream that it kind of wears me out. And I had him on last Sunday. I don't want to pester the guy; he's got his own reasons, hasn't he? We did a couple of hours last Sunday. It was good as usual. And what can I say? Oh, too much of a good thing, as they say. Right, Deke the Trucker. It's not going to be a long one tonight, guys. It really isn't tonight, Deke. I'm already thinking how long have we been? Half an hour now, right? Thank you, guys. Good night. See you next time. No, it's hot. Right, Gary Russell, have a good one. Yeah, high five. Let's have a 4 hours. Right, heck, Daddy, carpet fitting in this weather. You doing carpet fitting? Christ, I think any kind of work in this weather is terrible. And you probably think it's better to work outside, but it's actually hotter outside, isn't it? Gregory Burke, thanks for sharing with us, Peter. Yeah, no problem, mate. Marky Mark, I just booked my flights to Thailand in November. I'll be in Bangkok November 18th to 11. Any chance of hooking up for a pint? Will I be there then? I'm going in October, November. Yeah, I mean, probably, Mark, because the thing is I'm going to be traveling, so I can't say. I know of the first 4 nights I'm going to be in Bangkok. I'm going to go the first week in October. I'll be 4 nights in Bangkok. And then I'm going to do 6 nights in Pattaya, just to catch up with everyone down there. And then my plans then, I think I'm going to meet Andrew Hammond, because we're planning to take the train down to Hua Hin just to experience the train, because it's 5 hours on the train, and it's a real sort of milk train, you know, no aircon, windows open, you know, almost back to the days of, you know, almost like the old days, you know, so that'll be quite fun. And then Andrew and I are planning to do a little road trip that we want to film from Hua Hin to Chatham. We'll probably spend a night in Chatham and film around there. They have got a street of bars in Chatham, very, very, very quiet town. You wouldn't want to be there for a long time. But yeah, I mean, Mark, when I'm there, I mean, if you watch a stream or something and you see me say I'm in Bangkok, then yeah, you know, drop me a line and we'll meet up. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Dave Andrew, I fly Emirates on Thursday, August. I fly Emirates on 30th of August, so just 2 weeks now, from Glasgow via Dubai to Bangkok. My plane now 380 from Dubai, big plane, 777-300. I think tourists flying looking good. Yeah, okay, that's good. That's only 2 weeks ago. There's a lot of guys now going. It's all this Thailand pass and everything's all gone now. A lot of people are traveling now, a lot. And most people who come into the stream, you know, generally most of them are going between kind of August and January next year now. I mean, I would say by April, when I'm doing a stream here, everybody will have been to Thailand within the last 6 months, everyone who comes on here. So look, just done that one. Stephen Hayes, I've done that one. Stephen Hayes, hi Peter, this is the first live, I'll put you up there, this is the first live stream. Hi Peter, this is my first live stream I made it to. Usually get to watch on a Sunday. It's not going to be an overly exciting one tonight, Steve, because I just don't feel it tonight. It's, you know, I'm sweating, I'm sitting on a towel. I'm nearly finished at the end of the first beer, but we'll carry on for a while. But good to have you in the stream, mate. Good to have you in the stream. Right, Mark P. Dave Andrew. Okay, you're talking to someone else. Right, Scott, how you doing? Hope you're all well. Congrats on the 40,000. Yeah, to everybody who said congratulations to hitting 40,000 subscribers. Thank you. It's kind of not easy when you're in the UK. Okay. Rich and Frank, booked to go to Thailand for a month. 2nd of December, paid 850 KLM. Back in maybe sometime now. Definitely. Don't forget, now is the school holidays as well, isn't it? So it's always been more expensive this time of year. Like I said, I've got nothing tying me down. Money's not the issue now, and I was prepared to go on Sunday, like just for a couple of weeks. So I've got nothing to do really now, and I'm booked for 2 months in October. I've got about 6 weeks before then, 7 weeks before I go. And I thought, you know, I'll just nip over on Sunday, go for 2 weeks, sit in the sun, go to Jumptin or something, relax, and I just can't find anything. You know, it's all kind of 2,000 plus. That's just a waste of money for a couple of weeks. You know, it's too much. Black Bolt, how you doing? Nice to see you in. Bernie, looking forward to an equally great stream on Sunday. Bernie, well, you just in. I'm not sure I'm going to do one on Sunday. If it's as hot as tonight, I won't be doing one because it's just too much. It's too uncomfortable, mate. I can't do it. But hopefully after this week, it will start to cool down. Daniel Rubini, is it? Peter, go to Thailand for the who's to drink like there is no tomorrow, or for the nice beaches and nature. Guys, why? I know where you come from, but there is a lot. I do. You know what? I mean, look, I do like Thailand for the beaches and the nature. And I'm not a temples guy or a museum guy, really, but I really do enjoy an afternoon at Jumptin. You go on a motorbike, small motorbike, hire a motorbike, head over to Jumptin. You know them umbrellas they rent out for 30 baht for the day. You sit there, you know, you hold your empty beer, but well, I don't drink in the day, but you hold your empty bottle up and they immediately bring you another. I enjoy going on the beach for 3 or 4 hours in the afternoon. It's so relaxing. Right, another first timer, Martin Heaton. Hi Peter, it's the first time on here. I've been to Patong. The nice time, it's been the bad time for my life, but I met a lady there. It's not happening well, Peter. I always watch your streams. Oh, good to have you in, Martin. Well, I'm glad you met a lady. I can't quite get whether she's a good lady or not a good lady, but I'm sure you'll let me know. Brian, thank you, mate. Have a cold one. Only 552 hours till wheels up. Yeah, Damon he'll be at the gate now. Only 1 hour to go. Lucky swine. Nick T. I'm taking the train up to Poi Pet to cross into Cambodia, Peter. Apparently there is a huge market Thai side. Looking forward to around the 3rd class. Is that the one where they got the market on the railroad, and as the train comes really slowly, they take the market back and then they put it again? I'd like to go and see that. JB, Peter, can you give me 5 minutes head up before the Monga Minute to celebrate the move to 8 p.m. I'm going to try and finish during the clip. Anyone else is welcome. Filthy. Right, Nick T. I've just read that. Have Ladyboys will monger. Try India. You can ride on the roof of the train with 50,000 other people. I know. I worked in India for a year. I had a good time there. Never took the train though. Chris 1888. If you're taking economy train, take a towel. I went Bangkok and was 40 degrees plus inside. Yeah, I mean it's not going to be a regular form of transport. It's just a fancy doing it once, you know. Clive, I was plastic coating wire mesh baskets all day today with a big oven. I'm on San Miguel now, mate. Christ, what a job. I hope it pays well, Clive. I really do. All right. Right, okay. I haven't deleted anything. She had a hairy muff. I do like the hairy stuff. I'm just going to call you she had a hairy muff. Why delete that? I haven't deleted anything. What you've got to remember, YouTube's algorithm is very, very good. And if it picks up a word that it's not sure about, sometimes it holds it for us to check it or say, held this comment, release it or delete it. Sometimes I delete it. Sometimes I'll show it. But sometimes they automatically delete it because they know it's not a word they want showing up. So, you know, you can't really always blame us. I mean, we're quite liberal. We let a lot go. Right, Matt, I won't even try to pronounce your name. First name, Matt Jazz, is it? I was working as an English teacher. I tried to date with another Thai English teacher. Cute lady, no chance, they're losing face. I don't know about that. How long ago was that? I know a lot of, no, she's not losing face. Right, hi, Capio, how you doing? Good to have you in the stream. You know what? You'll have to ignore me when I come into your stream because I'm always rat-assed. I really am. I've had too much to drink. Because what happens is you come on quite late in the UK. And so I'm watching Netflix or whatever. I've been drinking a few cans of beer. I'm getting a bit sway. You know, I think, oh, well, it's coming up for midnight. I'll go to bed now. And I just flick through. I don't know how. I think I'm flicking through and there's you. There you are talking. I know your voice straight away. And I think, all right, I'll watch this guy for a while because they say some quite nice things. And, of course, you know what winds me up, don't you? You know what gets me going. And, of course, I've had a few beers and I start letting rip on that subject. And I shouldn't really. Next time I'm going to try and force myself not to leave any comments. But good to have you in the stream anyway. Okay, let's have a look. Right, Chris J. Stone. Hi, Peter. Drinking a bottle of Singer. Take care in the heat, mate. This is no joke. Yeah, Singer. What, you buy that in the UK, do you, Singer? I'm not a fan of Singer, to be honest with you. Nick T. Bloody hell. Johnny, there's something happening. Girlfriend Som is so lovely. Her broken English is so cute. Okay. Thank you, Marky Mark, for that. Right, Manots, is it? Need the Hua Hin to Pattaya ferry to start again. Yeah, that went out of business, unfortunately. That was quite good because, you know, you've got the Gulf of Thailand. So Pattaya is on this side and Hua Hin's on the other side. So instead of going all the way around like a big horseshoe, you just went across. I think it was about 1,200 baht and 1,400 baht for a VIP ticket, you know. That's the fastest I've ever drank the first beer on the stream, but Jesus, it's so satisfying. Alec Walters, hi Peter. You mentioned last week you are releasing the Sunday story straight after the Friday night streams. Is this still the plan? I don't know. What do you think? I mean, I was thinking, I did say that, I'll be honest, because you know what happens is I make the stories in the week, I upload them on a Tuesday for the gold members, and then I do the stream right now, and then I finish it, and then Saturday morning when I come into the office where I am now, then the first thing I do is I release the story Saturday morning. But what I don't like about that is I'm not consistent with the time. So if somebody likes them stories and they like to watch them regular, sometimes it's 10 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes it's close to 12 o'clock. So, you know, people are not sure when they know there's a story coming out before lunchtime on Saturday, but they're not sure exactly when. So I thought, well, what I'll do, I'll release the story immediately after I finish the stream. But the problem with that is everything's going to be done and dusted in one day, isn't it? So like, Friday night is Thailand bound night. He does a 2-hour stream. He releases a video, and that's it for a week. You know, so I don't know. I think I'll keep it till Saturday mornings because otherwise, you know, it's too. And the other thing as well is when you release a video, you get a lot of comments. So, you know, within a day, I'll probably get 50 comments, and you can't just heart them all. Sometimes you have to answer them. Sometimes you have to scrap them because they're kind of armchair critics being silly and offensive. And, you know, if I release it in the morning as I'm working, making the stories for next week or whatever I'm doing, I can keep flicking back and looking at the comments and answer sort of 3 or 4 of them as they come in. But if I release it tonight, when I wake up tomorrow morning, there might be 50 comments and 5 of them are, really offensive or bad words and stuff. So as much as I thought it was a good idea, I think for the moment I'll continue releasing the stories on a Saturday morning. And I thought about the streams as well. I thought, well, what am I going to do when I'm in Thailand? I'm going to be there for a month, 2 months, probably 2 months. And I thought, to keep you guys happy and do the stream at 9 o'clock in the evening, I literally have to get up at 4 in the morning in Thailand, and that's not easy. And I'm not going to be out all night and then go on a stream pissed, because I don't want to do that. And I thought about it, and I thought, well, by October, Thailand's going to be 7 hours ahead, isn't it? So if I change the time of the stream on a Friday, just when I'm in Thailand, to 10 p.m. UK time, for me in Thailand, that would be what, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that means I'd have to get up at 5 o'clock the stream would start at 5 in the morning. So I could get up at, say, 3:30, make myself a cup of coffee, and come on blurry-eyed. So I don't know. I might do that, or I might do a Sunday stream, just so, like some of the other channels, they do kind of like their morning, and that shows in the afternoon. When you do 2 or 3 weeks waking up at 4 in the morning, do a stream, it isn't too bad. But I don't know if I can keep it up for 2 months. But I don't want to lose my you guys, a regular audience. So I'll have to have a think about it again. Okay, let's see. Let's get some of the newer comments going. Good name there. Miserable meth traveler. Blimey, look at the picture. Oh God, why did I read that out? Right, okay. Deke the trucker. I woke up $2,000 lighter today for my trip over Christmas 26. Oh, you spent 2,000 on a ticket, did you, Deke? But that's not economy, surely. Must be economy upgrade. Javier. Peter, did you see the new space-themed hotel in Pattaya? It looks absolutely stunning. Did you see the new space theme? I haven't, Javier. I haven't seen that. I was watching Nick Dean's video. Was it yesterday or the day before it? That huge bar in Walking Street. What was it? Did it used to be called the Parrot or the Peacock, something like that, or it will be called that? And he was walking. It was all now being built, and there was all the bars, and he was explaining what was going on. I watched that. I haven't seen the new space-themed hotel. They do, it's amazing how some of the things that they put up in Thailand, absolutely amazing. I will look out for that, though. I'll go and have a look for a YouTube video. Paul Shackleton, Damon, have a great time. He might be watching this at the video. He might be watching this in the gate. He said if he's watching it, he'll drop a comment because it's 8 o'clock. He doesn't take off till 9:30. So about 8:30, he'll be at the gate. So he'll be sitting at the gate now, waiting to get on the aircraft. If he drops a comment, I'll put his picture up again so he can see it. But if he is watching, then he'll see that, Paul. Thank you. Bend over. The SRT has adjusted the plan for the 100 billion baht high-speed train project from Bangkok to Hua Hin by extending the proposal to include Surat Thani. Yeah, I mean, it's the transportation in Thailand is just fantastic, getting even better. Right. The only problem with that is, you're gonna start losing all these quaint kind of seaside towns and that, aren't you? Because they're all going to be accessible by thousands by high-speed trains and motorways, and gone are the days, as it were. Right, Stephen, I fly out 19th September with Qatar Airways. Yeah, good airline. 8:20 from Manchester. Just waiting for my retirement visa now. I was already out there February for 90 days. Yeah, I can't. The better, if you want to get a retirement visa, you're better off just getting it from an agent in Pattaya. It's the easiest way. It's you have to pay for it, but it's the easiest way. I won't say more than that. Right. Have ladyboys will monger. Damon, I heard a rumor that one. No, he's a scared fly. You shouldn't say things like that. Well, let's have a look. It'd be nice if Damon did leave a comment here, actually, then I could show him his picture, but maybe he's all nervous at the airport. Right. Mark P, ride for tits. Did a good review of the new space hotel in Pattaya. Looks awesome. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll watch his channel sometime. The problem with those sort of channels, like the guy you mentioned, Ride for Kicks, I think he's got an awesome channel, but they only talk about Pattaya, don't they? Because they're based in Pattaya. So what tends to happen if something new comes up in Pattaya, every YouTuber goes to that place and films it. So it's like the same video by 8 different YouTubers. When that new kind of bar that opened up a month or 2 ago, one went over and filmed it. Then we got another one, then another one, then another one, because they're limited what they do. But yeah, I will have a look at his video. Right, ex Tommy Robinson follow. Pete, are there many English patriots in Thailand? Many B&B Tommy first lads out there. Okay. I'll answer the first part of it. Yeah, I mean, if you mean expat, oh no, I think you mean something else. No, okay, I can't really talk about that here. Right, Scott G. Peter, being married to a Thai, does it make it easier living in Thailand, visa-wise, or not really, in your opinion? Well, if you're married to a Thai, then yeah, it will make it easier for the visa. But it's not difficult to get a long-term visa anyway, is it? It's just costly, you know, if you don't do it well, it's not costly if you go and stand in immigration for a few days. Right, Franco. Okay, Franco says he has left a few comments. Well, I haven't seen any of Damon's. Let's see if we can see. There he is. Right, there we go. Right, Damon, evening, Mr. Peter. 20 minutes till board. Brace yourself, girls. It's sausage time. Right, let's get your picture up, Damon. Hang on, let's get rid of this. I just managed to get it up. Right, I don't know if you've seen this. I put it up once already. So there you are. Look, hey, he's off. He's got the Thailand bound shirt on and everything. Look, big smile on his face. He won't be smiling like that when he's on the aircraft, though. He'll be shitting in his pants. He's a bit scared of flying. But good to hear from you, Damon. Have a good trip, and we're all jealous. Okay. Stephen Roberts, it's secrets. Missed it. Where is it? It's secrets still open in Pattaya. I had lots of fun years ago. Steve, I'm not that familiar with Pattaya now. I went down there in December for a week, but I wouldn't say I'm an expert. A long way from being an expert. David Heidelberg, look like Russell. Hi, Peter and everyone. Hi, David. Good to have you in. Right. It's funny to think, isn't it? He hasn't been back to Thailand for nearly 3 years, and you know we've got to bed tonight. When I wake up tomorrow, he'll be there, won't he? I wish it was me that was there. Right, Chris. What about Friday stream at 6 p.m. UK time, 1 a.m. Thai time? Well, no, Chris, because that doesn't fit into my schedule. Because what happens at 1 a.m. I'll be out. I mean, I'm not going to sit in my room. When I live there, it'll be a different kettle of fish. Because when I live there, I'm not going to be out every night. You can't. You'll kill yourself. You know, when I lived there before, you know, I wasn't out every night. You've got your apartment, you watch. It's like the UK. The good thing about Thailand, it's there if you want it. It's on your doorstep. If you're sitting at home and you think, you know what, I'm pissed off, I want to go out. It's always there. It's available, right? The entertainment. But you know, when you're there when you live there, you will have a lot of nights where you don't bother going out. You watch Netflix, have a beer at home or whatever. But the thing is, 1 a.m. I won't do a stream because I guarantee when I'm in Thailand, I will drink every day. You know, maybe I won't start till 9 o'clock, but I will have a few drinks. And by 1 a.m., I'll probably be a bit slurry. So 1 a.m. Thai time wouldn't actually work for me. It's good timings, Chris, but it just wouldn't work for me. Yoss Travels, yeah, the space themed hotel looks great. Will be a little bit pricey. It'd be interesting to know if anybody knows how much a night in that hotel will cost. I'm sure there's somebody said they were going to stay there for a night and make a video. Who was it? Oh, actually, I did see it. Yes, I did see a video. Somebody did a video. One of the YouTube guys in Pattaya, and they were outside it. And he said maybe I'll book in for a night, just a video. I can't remember who it was. Okay, I've got to have another beer, guys. Right, I'll talk about that, Scott, because I've already had a go at that once. Right, do you sell Thailand bound merchandise, Peter? Maybe that'll be another compliment to the channel. Well, do you know what? It's the logistics of it, to be honest with you, Scott, because me and Simon did it. You know, my friend Simon, when we started that channel, Thailand Bound 2021, it wasn't really great, but we did merchandising and we did it through a third-party company. So people ordered, this company made the products and send them out. We didn't have to do anything. But the problem is, you know, things that were selling for 25 quid, we ended up getting a fiver, you know, and it wasn't really worth it, you know. So, and the orders were few and far between. So the only way, you know, I mean, what I might do one day is just make a plain white T-shirt. I am here, I'm just getting my Sprite. Well, it's a Schweppes, actually. I might, when I'm in Thailand, I'll have to try and think of a good way to do it. But what I might do is just make a nice white T-shirt, small, medium, and XL, and just have the Thailand Bound logo in, you know, discreetly, like in the corner, you know, like that. You know, the little logo I've got, like here, that one. Just have it, you know, kind of here on a white T-shirt, you know, white background. Perfect, isn't it? Right. Right. Pariah, hi. Good to have you in. Damon, does a Thailand bound hooded top contain polyester? I was thinking of buying one, but polyester gives me swollen glands and sneezing fits. I'm not sure what they're made out of. Like I said, we don't sell them anymore. it was an experiment I did with Simon, and we got the third-party company, like I said, to make them and send them out. Damon said he's washed it lots of times and the color hasn't gone out of it, so that's a good thing about it. But I'll ask him when in a month's time when I see him. But what about you? Are you planning to go out to Thailand anytime soon? Because all the barriers are down now. They've just announced that they're going to have the bars open until 4. You made some very, very good videos. I watched the whole series at least twice. I used to like to watch them having a drink. You've got a great way of narrating the videos. Very enjoyable, very good filming. And I thoroughly enjoyed them, and that's that's the honest that's an honest opinion from me. So I hope you're going out there again, and I hope you do make some more videos. And if you haven't seen Patia Pariah's videos, they're a bit dated now because he hasn't been out to Thailand for a couple of years, but they're very, very good. A total manga, but a well produced manga. Let's put it that way. Right, Leeds, how you doing? Good to have you in. Good evening, Peter. Cheers. Second one. Okay. Trevin, Thailand-bound vest. Yeah, I could have a Thailand-bound on one side and my wife-beaten vest on the other. A T-shirt with, it won't be a long one. I thought about that as well. It won't be a long one tonight. Okay. So Stephen says, Lucas Ride for Kicks did the video and stayed in the new space. Oh, he did stay there, did he? Be interested to know how much he actually paid for the night there. I'm staying, when I'm in Pattaya, I'm staying in Soy 7, right close to Nick Dean's bar there. Real budget hotel. I think I got it for, what did I pay a night? I think it was about 700-800 baht. Yeah, here we go again, MD. You say that every week. The first time you said it, I actually got a bit nervous. I thought, shit, maybe it is his wife. Right, Thailand Bound. You do have a book available on Amazon, very reasonable price and a perfect gift for you and your friends. I do, and I haven't, we haven't spoken beforehand, and I've said mention my book. Let me put it up. It is reasonably priced, and there's reviews on Amazon, and I was a bit nervous about the reviews, but I haven't looked at them for a week or so. But the reviews that people have left have been quite good. They're just the stories that I tell on the channel. There's 30 in this book, and it's getting quite good reviews. It's just nice to. I never thought I'd have a book out. Andrew Hammond to thank for doing the editing. Okay. Right. Right. No name. I like staying on Rong Nam. $24. Yeah. I mean, that's one thing you'll never be short of. Is it a good hotel in Pattaya? It's there's such good quality, aren't they? Right. Boohoo. Is this a political one? Canada's committee PM still keeping his thumb on us, still have hoops to jump through. Right, that's a shame. Jan K, right, okay. Right. Actually, the dog, did you consider anywhere to live other than Bangkok? Always found it too mental. I know you don't want Pattaya to live, but plenty of other beautiful places. It's not my first choice, okay? Somebody was in Pattaya, somebody who's based in Pattaya recently went up to Bangkok for a few nights, and he made a stream. He couldn't believe the price. He was like, I went into an Indian restaurant. It was like pillow rice, 120 baht, chicken dish, 200 baht, a small Heineken, 180 baht, made his excuses and went out of there because it was the same for me. When I was in Bangkok back in December, I got used to paying the prices. And when I got down to Pattaya, I couldn't believe how cheap it was. Like 60, 70 baht for a bottle of beer, which is 180 baht in Bangkok. You could get a meal in a restaurant in Pattaya for 100 baht, 120 baht, a real nice meal, a couple of dishes, whereas you'd be paying 180 baht a dish in Bangkok. Bangkok's expensive now, real expensive, unless you want to live like a Thai and eat noodles on the street. It's very expensive. So, no, Bangkok isn't my first choice. I mean, if I had the choice, I'd either live in Jomtien or more than likely Hua Hin, one of those sort of places. But the reason I've got to be based in Bangkok is because YouTube is full-time now. And the thing is, once you base yourself in a place like Hua Hin, you basically isolate yourself. You're living in a bubble and you're kind of within that community, but you're not really in Thailand as a whole, as it were. The good thing about being in Bangkok, it's a metropolitan city. It's a capital city, isn't it? So, I'm there in the heart of it. So hopefully I can do a lot of filming, not just the usual Nana Plazas and Soy Cowboys. There's a whole lot of entertainment in Bangkok that you guys probably haven't even heard about. RCA City, Phetchaburi Road. There's lots of places, so I can do all that. But the good thing about Bangkok is it's a good central hub. If I want to go down to Pattaya for a week, 2 hours. I want to go down to Hua Hin for a week, 3 hours, you know, up to Isan, 6 hours. You know, I've got to base myself in Bangkok. And the other thing that I've said many, many times, there's no way I would base myself in Pattaya and be a YouTuber. There's just too many people doing there's enough people, let's say it that way. There's enough people doing it. I couldn't bring anything new to the table. I mean, everything and anything that can be filmed in Pattaya is being filmed 10 times over. So I just think it's a good kind of game plan for myself to kind of base myself in Bangkok. Okay, Danish Bacon giving us a speech lesson tonight. Sapace Hotel, as the Thais would pronounce it. I get told off for saying Pattaya the wrong time. So sometimes I say Pattaya, sometimes I say Pattaya, and then I get the guys who write and say, "Oh, listen to the song. It's said like this," but then you've got a pause in the middle of it. You know, it's as long as we know where we're talking about, right? McLaren F1 race. Hey Peter, the wife is still snowballing me, but reading my WhatsApp messages, I'm still intending to contribute 100 baht to your basket, though regardless if wife is in tow or mongering off. Yeah, well, the day will come, you'll get over all that, Clive. It will pass, hopefully sooner than later. Only in Thailand. Trev was saying this week that they wanted 600 baht. Well, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, and it's true. Like I said to people when I was in December, it has got really expensive. I mean, some places just take the piss now. I mean, I'll tell you what winds me up. The biggest thing that winds me up. Now, I don't buy a lot of ladies' drinks, but I do buy them because what will happen is I'll arrange to meet a friend. I'll get to a bar. You know what the time is like in Bangkok. You tell someone I'll meet you at 9 o'clock, they can turn up at 10 to 10. So I don't generally like to just sit there like a lemon and keep saying no to all the girls. And if you buy a ladies' drink for one girl, then it basically puts the rest at bay, doesn't it? So a lot of the time I will. But now I ask the price. I never used to, because in the old days, if you bought a beer for, say, 120 baht, when it was 120 baht, a ladies' drink would always be 70, 80 baht. But now you'll buy like in Nana Plaza when I was there in December, though the go-go bars weren't open, the downstairs bars were open, the outside bars, it was like 180 baht for a small Heineken, and a ladies' drink was like 220 baht. You know, they get the most expensive drink now. So, you know, it's really, they take the piss with the ladies' drinks, and Bangkok is expensive now. You know, if you're going out to the entertainment areas, you go out to bars in Soy Cowboy, Nana Plaza, you know, you can't do it cheap anymore. It is really expensive. And if, you know, that is one great thing about Pattaya, it is still relatively cheap, probably a third of the price of Bangkok. Okay, Daniel Mo says, always have a backup channel with another provider, Rumble, etc. Good, do love close people's channel. YouTube love to chat. Yeah, but the problem is, if you read the small print of Rumble, once you upload a video to Rumble, you have to agree to all their terms and conditions. And I went through their terms and conditions. Rumble, this is, if you don't know Rumble, they're very similar to YouTube. They're a similar format. And what you can actually do is you can go onto Rumble and you can link your YouTube channel. And what they'll do, you don't have to upload all your videos to Rumble. The interface looks exactly the same as YouTube. They've probably copied YouTube, actually. And what happens, you link it. You say, yes, link my YouTube channel. Here's a URL. Link it to Rumble. You've got your Rumble account. And what Rumble do, they suck down all your videos from YouTube and they set it up so it's like a duplicate on Rumble. And you think, wow, fantastic. I've got YouTube. I've got Rumble. But the problem with Rumble is once you do that, you've just given your full permission that they own your videos. If you look at their small print, you're basically saying, right, if I've got an account with you and I upload my videos go onto Rumble, they have the rights to your videos. You lose the rights to them. You've made those videos and you've uploaded them to Rumble, but they can do what they want legally with them. They own the rights to your videos. And a lot of people get caught out. So whenever you want to go onto another platform, you think, oh, this looks good, I'll do this. Make sure you look at the terms and conditions, because if you don't, you really can get caught with your pants down. Because I went on to Rumble, I linked my YouTube account, and about 3 or 4 videos went up, and I couldn't decipher their small print, their terms and conditions. And I think they make them confusing in purpose. And I read the same few lines over and over and over, and eventually I got it. And yeah, I'd signed over the rights to my videos, so they owned the rights. So what I did, I just closed the account and said, that's it, I'm not interested. And so you've got to be careful. And as far as a second channel goes, in theory, it's good, but it's a lot of work. You know, when you do YouTube seriously, just having one channel is a lot of work. And to start making a second channel and getting it up to monetization level again. It's a lot of work. I think I'll take the risk. I don't do anything to get banned. I don't swear, not too much anyway. The thumbnails are legal. What I put on the thumbnails, you can see on any beach, can't you? So. Trev said the bar girls kept pestering for drinks. Well, that's nothing new. They do in Pattaya as well. Yeah, I'm just trying to. Where's that one? Green Army says, I would like to see new places. Yeah, a lot of guys, they've been going to Thailand for years, but they've only ever got to Pattaya. So what happens? They fly into Bangkok and then they get a taxi straight to Pattaya, have a couple of weeks in Pattaya, and then they go back to the airport and go back to their own countries. And that is Thailand for them, Pattaya. I like to get around a little bit, I'll put that one up there. Checks in the post, Kalito. Right, there's a few less in tonight, but it's to be expected, isn't it? We've got just under 400 in now, but it is very, very hot. And if I didn't have to sit in front of a computer, I'd probably be in the garden, like cooling myself off. But I think we're going to do a competition now, guys. Let's. Right, I'll keep the Ladyboy one till later. We've still got Joke of the Week. We've still got the Manga Minute. Right, let's do the Find the Thai Girl. So you know the format by now, guys. I'm going to put up a card with 8 pictures on it. One of them is Thai. They're all numbered, and just tell me the number of the girl that you think is Thai. Some of them are Chinese. Some of them are from Vietnam, Singapore, all over Asia. There's only one Thai girl there, and I want to know which is a Thai girl. Okay, so have a guess. Tell me which girl is from Thailand. Okay, let's see how you're all done. Right, I'm just going to, I'll start off doing the no's and the rights and the wrongs, and as it gets on, because it does go on a bit sometimes, I'll just do the rights, okay? So, Ivan, no, sorry, it wasn't number 3. Stephen 4X, well done. Ivan, no. Lots of ones from you there, Ivan. Danish Bacon, no. Shaggy Rogers, no. Aaron 73, no. McLaren F1, no. Dayan Ford, no. Yours Travels, no. Nick T, yes. Well done. TGC, yes. No, sorry. 2450, you didn't get it this time. World Traveller, no. Real Rini, no. Steve P, no. Scott G, no. Hard Tulip, no. Paul Shackleton, no. Green Army, no. Leeds, no. Franco De Rosa, yes. Well done. Top of the class for you, my boy. Boohoo, no. Leonardo, no. John Lunt, no. Lee James, no. Chang Noi, is it? No. Ivan, no, mate. Sorry. Carsten Ty, no. Brian Street, no. Brad from Oz, no. Simon Goodson, no. Clive, no. No Name, no. John P. Dixon, yes. Well done. Alex, no. Trevin, is it? No. STE Bilbo, no. Deke the Trucker, no. You should have got a Specsavers, Deke. Ray Sharp, no. David Halberg, no. Soda Pop Curtis, welcome into stream. Bit late, but better than never, no. Marky Mark, no. Daniel Mills, no. Travel, Learn, Repeat, no. Clive again, no. Cashier, no. Citizen Mikey, no. Oh, come on, guys. I thought we'd have a few more right ones than this. Lewis C, no. DWP, no. Scott, no. Taxi Dalal, no. Kevin Lampard, no. Geezers, no. Stephen Roberts, no. Jim Leck, no. Kevin and Siam, no. Space, Real Space Hobo, no. Lou Brykant, yes. Finally, a right answer. Well done to you. Lee James, no. James Hodgson, no. Alexander Robinson, only one guess, mate, but they're both wrong. Clive, no, wrong again. Jolly Fox, yes, well done. Barang, no. Paul Hoskin, no. Alexander the Great, no. I'm Manots, is it? No. Mazza, only one mate, one, but they're both wrong. Gary, no. DWP, no. Max Veit, no. Bernie, no. Kevin Lampard, no. Richard Woolley, no. I'm just going to do the right ones now. Chris, bloody difficult. Yeah, okay. It's easy for me to say it's easy if I made the competition. I'll try and make it easier next week. I keep saying that. I'm just going to read out the right answers now because it's going on a bit, isn't it? So, Tom, yes, you got it. Anyone else? Mazza, yeah, you got it. It's got to be 1 to 8, isn't it? So look. Aging, yeah, you got it. Right, I think that's it. Joel, yeah, you got it. Right, let's run the answers. And like I said, I'll try and make it a bit easier next week. I didn't realize it was so hard this week. Right, here we go. I can see now why a lot of people said 4. I mean, she does look very tired, doesn't it? But she's actually from South Korea. But I will make it a bit easier next week. Just say a quick thank you to Kevin Sutherland, 20 Australian dollars super sticker. Thank you, Kevin. You do that most weeks, and I do appreciate it, mate. Right, don't forget, we've still got the Ladyboy competition a bit later on. I'll do that towards the end. Before that, let's do the joke of the week, and we've got the manga minute to go as well. Right. I've got to thank Bob J for this. If you sent me in a joke and I haven't read it tonight, it doesn't mean I'm not going to read it out because I get them coming throughout the week. And it's the same with a story. If you've sent me in a story, unless I've written to you and said I can't use this, I will read it out. But, I've got a bit of a queue now. So just be patient and they will come out. And the same with the jokes, right? So this is from Bob J. And just to tell you how bad my memory is, he sent me this on a Monday. And on Wednesday spoke to him on the phone. I said, Bob, I heard this really good joke. And halfway through, he said, it was me who sent it to you. But I think it's quite good. Let me just get the ladies up ready to go. There we go. Right. Okay. 3 old guys are sitting in a day room in an old people's home. The first old guy says, if I could just pee in one go like I used to when I was young instead of dribs and drabs, it's terrible. The second old guy says, if I could only sit down on the toilet and have a solid number 2 like when I was young, it would make my day so much brighter. The third guy says, I pee wonderfully. It's like torrential rain when I go. That's at 7:30 every morning. I have a rock solid number 2 every morning without fail at 7:35. So the first old guy says, so what are you complaining about? The third old guy says, well, I don't get out of bed until 9 o'clock. And while we're being silly, let's get the manga minute out the way as well. Nobody can accuse me of not trying to make the stream interesting, can they? Right. Paul Scarf says, you know the second book, Peter. Let's not make it a joke book. Paul, I promise when I get to Thailand and I start making videos in Thailand, I'll probably cut out the manga minute and I'll cut out the joke of the week. I'm in the UK, mate. I do a 2-hour stream normally. I don't know if it'll be 2 hours tonight, but I've got to try and make it a little bit more interesting. I could just sit here and talk, but then it'd be a bit boring, wouldn't it? But maybe not as boring as if I took the jokes away. Right. I was just going to read your comment out there, yours. I've lost it. There we go. Right, yours. In the words of Steady Eddie, yummy. Yeah, I like Eddie. He's a good old boy, isn't he? Right. Clive. Oh, okay. So, right. The only thing we've got left to go is the Ladyboy competition. We'll do that in about 10 minutes or so. Right. Oh, no name. Peter, you need to patent the manga. You need to patent the manga minute. Well, I don't know if you notice on all the things I do. I mean, if you look in the description, I don't own all the images. Of course, I can't. There's no way I could own all them. But the thing is, I do put I do give it in the description. I do say, look, I don't own all of these images. But in fair usage, so that YouTube let you use a lot of stuff, fair usage. But I do say if anybody owns any of them and they can prove they own them and they want me to take them down, just write to me. But they do need to prove them to me. Chris J says, must be hard work researching those manga videos. Yeah, it takes me all of 3 days. No, I mean, they're really hard to come by, actually, because you've got to be careful with YouTube because some of them are from the side. And if you see a side on of a bit of boob, they just, they take it down. That I must admit, that wasn't the best manga minute. Last week's was better, I think better, but it's really hard finding the right material, But as long as it puts a smile on people's face, that's the main thing, which seems to be more than the jokes actually do. Right. Yeah, Paul Hoskins says, can we have a Ladyboy manga minute? I wouldn't know where to find the videos, Paul, because the few videos I've seen of Ladyboys have been like hardcore porn, you know what I mean? And then there wouldn't be any more Thailand bound, as it were. Right, Boohoo, vodka straight out of the bottle, Peter, spice things up. One step ahead of you, Boohoo, look. I'm trying to keep cool tonight. That's probably the wrong thing to drink. Javier says, cheers, Peter, priceless manga minute. It's a great name, is it? That was actually a minute. When I started doing it, it was only about 30 seconds. And I had a complaint. Some guy wrote to me and he said, oh, you're calling it the manga minute. I timed it on the second hand of my watch and it was 32 seconds long. And I'm like, really? Is there people out there who do that? Yeah, I am, Matthew. I am, yeah. But it's the beer's gone down better tonight because it's hot. Okay. Yeah, I've seen that. Patty needs a bang bus like in the States. I've actually seen them. I won't get into that. Right. TGC 24550. When you're in Thailand, we want a live manga minute. That'd be some. Mate, do you know what I should do, right? Because if I think what I'm going to do when I'm in Thailand, I think I'm going to because I've actually got a website, believe it or not. I've actually got a Thailand bound website, and nobody can touch me for putting stuff on there. So maybe what I'll do, if I get some raunchy stuff in Thailand, the sort of stuff I'm talking about, maybe I'll upload the videos to my website, and I'll just put a link on the stream at the end so you don't run off halfway through and say, look, I've got this really raunchy video of whatever. Here's the link. But if I put the link on YouTube, will they have me for that? Yeah, it might do, mightn't they? You can't win, can you? Nick T says, they are tricky, the Guess the Girl competitions. My Cambodian girl looks like Teresa from Queen of the South. You'd never guess she was a Khmer. Well, she might be a Khmer as well. Marky Mark, I'd clap watching the manga minute, but it's hard to do that with just one hand. Yeah, good one, Mark. Let's put it on again then. Oh, but we need to get rid of that comment first. Hang on, get that. It is only a minute, isn't it? You know the one at the end there, the girl at the end. She's doing a cosplay, what they call cosplay. She's doing a cosplay video, and my daughter's. I'm not going to tell you the URL, but my daughter's actually on TikTok, and she's into her. She's 21. She's half Asian, obviously, because her mother's Korean, and she has. I think she's got 4,000 followers. And I said to her, I said, look, let's do a YouTube channel. You just make the videos. I'll put them up there. I said, you can pack your job in probably, you know, because she works part-time. And I said, maybe we can make a few pounds for you on it. But she doesn't want to know. And but she's got a TikTok. She buys that. She spends hundreds and hundreds of pounds because she looks half Asian. She looks a little bit Japanese because Koreans and Japanese look similar. She buys all these, you know, these Japanese cartoon books. I always pronounce it wrong. I say magna, but I think it's called manga. Manga, you know what I mean, right? And she does all these characters, and she looks really good. She buys these little blonde wigs, and she puts all these costumes on. But she's just come back from a cosplay convention in Sweden. She went last week, and she flew to Norway, and her friends picked her up in Norway, and they drove to Sweden. But she's on TikTok. She's got about 4,000 followers, and she's doing really well. I don't want to show her on here though, because you know you always get the odd nutter, don't you? Like my #1 fan who always reports me to YouTube for doing stuff. So far hasn't been able to have my channel taken down, but I don't want to expose her to people like that idiot. You know what I mean? Right. Yeah, Alexander says she can clean my house tomorrow. Yeah, you and my mate. Right. Canary spreads his wings, and a Scottish club in Dumfries. I don't know who you're talking to there, but in my youth, about 100 years ago, I actually worked in a place called Dunfermline, and I had one of the best times of my life. You know, when you look back on your life, you know, when you were 50, 40, 30, all the way back, they say your school years are your best years. They weren't my best years, not by a long way. I had a lot of nice years in Thailand, absolutely. But one of the places that holds really dear memories for me is I worked in a nightclub, actually. It was called the Kokodi Ballroom, big place with a pub next door and stuff. I was very young. I think I was about 19 at the time. And I lived in the apartment with a DJ above the pub. And it was a big old, it was a ballroom in the old days, but they turned it into a disco, very dated word. I don't know if it's still there, but it was called the Kokodi Ballroom. I had a fantastic 6 months there, only there for 6 months. You know, you used to come out at night and they don't eat kebabs up there. They eat hot toddy, you know, like baked potatoes with, you know, they do have kebabs. I remember eating this kebab. It's so cold up there. The fat ran down and like was instantly hard and white. But fantastic time up in Scotland. Brilliant. Okay, I don't know which one you talk about. She's perfection. Well, there's a few girls in there. Which one? Right. Okay, let's have a look. Let's get down to some of the newer comments here. Stephen Roberts, those hips. Are you talking about the last girl with the blonde there? Because a lot of guys don't like that build. You know, a lot of guys like, you know, the girl who was doing the kind of belly dancing in the silver skirt. I think she's Chinese, actually. She was on some kind of show, perfectly legal to show it on here. A lot of guys, that is their perfect petite figure. They like that sort of figure. And the girl at the end with the blonde hair, I suppose you'd class her of what they call thick, isn't it? They call it not thick as in stupid, but it's how they determine the body size. And she's a little bit of a kind of bigger boned girl, isn't she? And a lot of guys don't like that. You know, I don't have a problem with it, but some guys do. Right, boohoo. I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Lee's plan to slow travel the world full time once they. Well, they're nearly normal now. They're nearly normal. Right. Hi, Sheila. Good to have you in the stream. Let's get your comment up here. I'm just getting rid of this idiot. Well, it's not a guy, is it? It's a bot. Right. I did see your comment. Have I lost? Where are you? I've lost you. There we are. Right, Sheila. I'm guessing I've missed the manga minute. I showed it twice, Sheila. Do you like the manga? If you come on here and you say you really like the manga minute, I'll show it for a third time. I don't want to bore people, but I'll put it on just for you. But you've got to come on in and say, I want the manga minute. Because Sheila is actually, I hope you don't mind me telling people this. Guys, Sheila's actually a girl. She's an Asian girl up in the north. I won't tell you anything more than that. But she actually goes to Thailand because she's got a girlfriend in Thailand, okay? And I've spoken to her a few times. And, you know, she likes looking at the ladies, same as a lot of guys do. I'll try to say that politely, okay? Right. Hey, then, time for a few girls. Oh, I've lost you. Where are we? Darcy, how are you doing? Evening, Peter. Nick T. Colombian girls are thick, as you say. Yeah, they are. I was watching a video. I'll be honest with you, right? I mean, I'm a married man, so I can't really say too much, but I prefer that kind of more of a, I'm not really a petite kind of, you know, that sort of petite girl. That's not really, I don't find them as pretty as the, you know, the Colombian girls, the kind of bigger girls, you know. Okay, right, Sheila. Oh, hey, I do give a wee mong a minute. Okay, so you're giving it away that you're in Scotland. I've just been talking about Scotland, guys. I've done it 2 times. There's over 400 in now. I'm going to do the mong a minute 1/3 time. Sorry to be repetitive, but we've got Sheila's in tonight. She does like the ladies, and I'm going to do this just for you, Sheila. It's not the wildest one tonight, but hopefully you'll enjoy this for the 3rd time. Right, there you go, Sheila, just for you, the manga minute, right? And A then's asking a genuine question. He says, which one do you like, Sheila? Well, you haven't seen them before. So just from a woman's perspective, if you were choosing a female friend this evening, out of them goes in the manga minute, which one took your fancy, if any of them? Right. Iowa Hockey 82. What do you know about the Russians in Thailand? Do you mean the girls? They're expensive. They look like the girls in England and wherever you've come from to get away from them. Yeah, not more than that, really. Right, Kirby TV. Have I turned into Boomer Central? We only do it once a week normally. I've just done that for Sheila. Let me see if she's given an answer there. Kevin, thank you for the show. I don't go anywhere in Australia bar. Go to work, home again. The only time I have is life when I got time. Kevin, probably like a lot of us, mate. I'm dead in England. You know, I enjoy YouTube because I don't have a life here. I'm dead. When I go to Thailand, the coffin door opens, I climb out and I've got life again. Right. Sheila says, okay, you haven't said which one. Right. Paul Shackleton. Dan, some tight shorts. I wonder how you get into them. I suppose it starts with buying her a drink. No, you need a shoehorn. You know, when you go in the old days, you go to a shoe shop, they have a big long shoehorn. You just get a shoehorn down there and get on with it, you know. Just get rid of this guy. Okay. Kirby TV, when's your next trip to Thailand? October, mate. First week in October for 2 months. Can't wait. Right, Danny Rubini, perfect description of Western girls in Thailand, meaningless. You know those Russian girls on Walking Street in Pattaya. They have, if you walk down Walking Street, they have this it's not a gentleman's club, I suppose, a go-go bar, and they have these Russian girls on the street, and the signage is European girls. They're not European, they're Russians, right? But you know, I've never gone into one of them sort of places because it just doesn't appeal to me even to look at. You know, but the guys who I've met who have been in there, they said, 1, they're very, very expensive. 2, they're real rip-off places. And 3, it's not easy to get anywhere, if you know what I'm saying. You know, just you know, if I'm single and I'm out there and I was interested in hooking up with somebody, it certainly wouldn't be a Russian bird, that's for sure. Right, okay. McLaren F1 flights are starting from China again and Russia September. Okay, so it's back to normal, isn't it? It's going to be heaving back to normal. What I like when I'm there, I like finding the places that like a lot of tourists haven't found. And I don't mean going up into the mountains and, you know, living in a cave. What I'm talking about is you can find kind of drinking places, bars with, you know, pretty girls and stuff that aren't on the main tourist map, but they're kind of quite nice to go to as well. I like finding them sort of places. I'll tell you what I like is when you're up in Isan, when I spent time in Isan, they have these, well, how would you describe it? It's like a restaurant. If you imagine a big restaurant with a thatched roof, a straw roof. It's got no sides, and they're just kind of like long tables. You sit at, you get a black label and mixers and a bucket of ice, and they have a stage with girls singing, but they're always dressed really sexy. They'll have little shorts on, long boots, and if you want to tip them, you give them what's called a malai. I've probably pronounced that wrong, but it's like a string with money on it, and you go up and you can you put a 20 baht or a 50 baht on this malai, and I like that. It's kind of laid back, and it's very Isan, you know. It's quite good fun. Right, Darcy. Peter, have you seen the YouTube channel, The Big Picture El Pro? Yeah, I have. I've watched him. The Irish guy who interviews regular. Yeah, that's the guy who had the. No, I won't get into it. You know, his name's Dave. He had another channel. Some guy ripped him off, and not ripped him off. Some guy came on and slated him, made a video about him, and he took his channel down. He disappeared. I wrote to him on that channel, and I left a message that said, "Oh, I didn't know you were back," and he didn't answer my comments. So I don't have anything to do with guys who don't reply to my messages. I was friendly, and I said, "Oh, I didn't know you were back," meaning, "Hi, how are you? Good to see you again." Didn't answer me. So as far as I'm concerned, he's not, you know, I don't have anything to do with guys like that. Right, Marky Mark. If you are booking flights from the US, try to avoid connecting through Thailand with everything that is going on with China. Yeah, I think that's kind of, yeah, I think, yeah, that I think you're right there. I mean, what's his name? Damon was very nervous about that. He says, "Christ, you know, I'm going on a Taiwanese airline to Thailand." He was quite nervous, and I had to, because he is a very, very nervous flyer. He is very nervous. I mean, that nervous isn't a good enough word. He's scared. He is very scared. He hates flying, and that made him even more worried. And I said, "Look, take it easy. Nothing's going to happen." But he's actually right now. He's sitting on the end of the runway. He's in his seat. He's sitting at the end of the runway. And this time tomorrow, we'll still be here, and he'll be in Thailand. But he'll come back, and then we'll be there, won't we? Right, Martin Ryder. I see your comment on Eddie's stream last night. You said, "I'm going on manga bound tomorrow." And right, Peter, Ewok Air Direct, London, Bangkok, 17th September, 559. Learn from the master. Is that a direct? Did you say? Yeah, you did say direct. Yeah. Okay. Where did you book that? I could have got either air when I booked mine. The cheapest I found was 627. But I prefer to go on Thai Airways, and I paid 705 for that. El Terrifico, I always return your messages. Yeah, I know. Right, Kirby TV. How much do you have saved up? How much do you have saved up to cover your 2 months? Well, I'm going to blow £1,000 on a long-term visa to start with. Okay, so that's gone, £1,000 on a long-term visa. I'm not going to say anything more than that. That you have to work that out for yourself. Okay. I've already paid for my flight on the card. I've already paid for 4 nights in Bangkok, and I've already paid for 6 nights in Bangkok. I normally do about £2,000 a month, £2,000. So I would probably say 4,000, but I won't do that because this time this is like a kind of a dry run for being an expat out there. So I'm going to do things like when I go down to Pattaya, I'm not going to take a taxi. I'm going to take my rucksack, just a rucksack. I have a suitcase, but I'll keep that in the hotel and say, "Look, I'm going to be back next week. Can I keep my case here?" And they probably will because they know me. And then what I'll do, I'll take a normal rucksack with my laptop and all the rest of it. I'll take the SkyTrain down to Edgamaya, and you've got all the windows of blue buses, air-conditioned blue buses, 180 baht down to Pattaya, and I'll do it that way. So I'm planning to not be a cheap Charlie, but I'm going to try and save money. I'm not going to just jump in taxis and say, "Hua Hin, 2,000 baht," or, you know, because you can go to Hua Hin for 180 baht on a bus. It takes 4 hours, but I'm not in a hurry. So I would imagine I might be able to do it on sort of 1,500 quid to £1,800 a month. We'll see. And I'm going to be very careful of where I eat as well, because, you know, I've gone into restaurants and spent £7, £8, £9, £10 on a meal, one meal, and there's no need to really. You know, if you're going for 2 weeks, it doesn't matter. Right. World Traveller Forever. Peter, do you think a long 3 to 4 months trip to Thailand is better than multiple 3-week trips? Well, there's a few things there. Firstly, you've got to be able to have the time off, but I'm presuming that you do, else you wouldn't be asking the question. But the other thing is you've got to sort your visa out. So 3 to 4 months is difficult. 3 months is doable, but what you need to do is you need to apply to the Thai embassy. They'll give you 60 days straight off the bat. You don't even have to go there now. They send you a sticker that you print off and put in your passport, 60 days. And then when you're there, you can extend that for another 30 days, giving you a total of 90 days. Okay, but you didn't ask me about the visas. You asked me, is it better Yeah, I mean, I would rather go for 2-3 months at a time. I mean, I don't see the point unless you have to because of family commitments or work commitments, or I don't know, you just got to get back and take your dog back for a week. What's the point? Because you can do long-term deals out there, can't you? So you're going to save your airfare. That's one benefit of staying out there for 3 months. You can do deals with a hotel and you can say, look, I'm going to check in here for a month, 2 months, whatever you want to stay in, and get a better price. And they'll always do deals with you. And of course, the last thing, it's not going to be so tiring, is it? Constant traveling, because it's not like jumping on a bus and it's not like jumping on a bus and just going up the road. It's a 12-hour flight from the UK, isn't it? Francesca, how are you? Hi, I dance better in cosplay and no Dal Beetle. Okay, I don't know if you were in earlier, Francesca, but my daughter is a big cosplay fan of cosplay. She's got hundreds, probably thousands now. She wears red wigs, blonde wigs. She dresses up as Japanese Magno characters and all the rest. She's just come back from a cosplay, but Francesca, I would love to see you in a cosplay. I really would. If you're ever daring enough, do something, send it in and we'll put it up. What are you doing up at this time anyway? 9:30, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3:30. I'm presuming you've got up for your sons woke you up. But nice to see you in again, Francesca. Lovely picture as always. Right, that's 2 ladies in tonight. It's a record. Right, Danny Rubini, first class big bus from Megmire to Patty is not actually bad. It's not, Daniel. I mean, the thing is, it's just habit, isn't it? You say to your taxi, oh, can you get me a taxi? I'm going down to Pattaya tomorrow, 1,200 baht, but it's not a big deal, I mean, if you've only got a rucksack, to jump on the SkyTrain, go to Edgermire, all the windows say, Hua Hin, Pattaya, Rayon, wherever. You just go there and you say the one word Pattaya. She'll tell you it's 180 baht. You get your ticket, stand number 8, you go there, and you might wait half an hour to the bus depart. It's got a loo on board. It's air conditioning. You might meet a few bar girls on the way down there, but it's fine. It's fine. And, you're saving 1,000 baht maybe. Well, that'll get you a couple of nights in a budget hotel, wouldn't it? Normally, I don't think this way. Normally when I go to Thailand, I'm not a kind of saving every penny, because what's the point in going on holiday, right? I'll go there. I'll get a taxi to Pattaya. I'll go in a hotel I want to stay in. I won't look at prices in menu prices. I'll just go and have a good time. It's 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But when you're going for 2 months, that's a long time. You've got to budget yourself. You can have a good time. You just got to be careful. Steve P says £2,000 a month is more than my budget would be long term. Yeah, but the thing is, Steve, people they do different kind of people have different vacations. People do things differently. For instance, your evening meal might be, you might be happy to go down to the end of the soy, sit on a noodle cart, get a plate of noodles that cost you 35, 40 baht. That's your dinner and you're happy with that. Well, I wouldn't be happy with that. Okay, I'll go to a Thai restaurant, but I want spring rolls. I want chicken, some rice. Maybe the whole thing comes to 180 baht, 220 baht. I might want an orange juice with that cost 80 baht. So I've paid 200 baht for my dinner. You've paid 40 baht. Well, you do that every day, then you will make a significant saving compared to what I spend. But I don't want to sit on the street on a plastic chair eating noodles. That's not what I'm in Thailand for, okay? And I'm not criticizing you for doing it. I'm just saying how I am. So for me, £2,000 for a month, I think that's quite good for a vacation. I really do. Right, Martin Ryder. And just hang on, let me go back to that. One last thing I'd like to say on that. I know a guy who lives in Bang Na, where Francesca lives. And he's paying, he lives in, I won't give the name of the apartment building because Francesca lives there. No, he's moved now. He works for a Thai company, a Western company, and they pay for his visas and all the rest of it. So he hasn't got that cost, but he pays for his own apartment. He's got a 1-bedroom apartment, 45 square meters, bedroom, lounge, kitchen, little balcony. He pays 7,000 baht a month for that. Why? Because he's not living in Sukhumvit. He's living 18 miles away from Sukhumvit in an area called Bang Na, which has got big sea and markets and everything else. He gets by, and he told me he lives well. He gets by on 25,000 baht a month, right? That doesn't include visas because he doesn't have to pay for them. I don't know if it includes medicine, but he's a 40-year-old guy, so he's unlikely to get very sick at this time in life. So 25, what's that? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 600 pounds a month, and he's enjoying life. So fair play to him, but I couldn't get by on that sort of money. Right, Martin, back to you. Khao Road, do minibus to all major destinations for budget mongers. Yeah, I mean, why waste money there? I don't, right, personally, Martin, I don't like the minibuses because they scare me for the simple reason, you know, the guys, they drive like crazy in those Toyota minibuses, 8-seater minibuses, you know. There's been a lot of accidents in the past. You see pictures in lots of different Thai newspapers, websites where the minibus is on its side and the story is 4 dead, 4 in hospital. You know, they're not for me. I don't like them. They scare me. I don't want to go down to Pattaya shitting bricks to save 1,000 baht. Okay, those blue coaches that are air conditioned, for me, they're a much better option. Yeah, they're not as fast, but they're air conditioned. They're comfortable. If there's any kind of impact, you stand a lot more chance in that coach than anybody who hits it. Just personal choice. I don't like the minibuses, and I don't want to take my life in my hands. Right, Paul Shackleton. Peter, what will happen with your dog when you move to Bangkok? Well, it's simple. I've got my eldest daughter. She's got her own place. It's actually my place that I rent her cheap, so she'll look after her. But they'll between my wife and my younger daughter and my eldest daughter, they'll share and they'll work it out. They'll work it out. I tell you what, if somebody was to say to me, what thing would you miss the most when you go to Thailand? I think it would be my dog, because walking my dog, because, you know, dogs are like, they're like your best friend, aren't they? It doesn't matter what sort of day you've had. When you come home at the end of the day, they're not judgmental, are they? You come through your front door, and dogs they're always your best friend, aren't they? It doesn't matter what sort of a day you've had, who's done what to you, who's done the nasty. Dogs are always loyal. And I've walked him for the last 10 years, every morning and every evening for half an hour. You know, I see lots of walkers out in the summer. You get these groups of ladies in their tracksuits, overweight, trying to lose weight. You don't see anybody in the winter, but me and him are out there. You know, doesn't matter if it rains. I'm fully covered up and I'm out there. And I think I think that's what I'm going to miss more than anything when I go. Right, World Traveller for you. I tried the Blue Bus to Pattaya a few times. Very efficient and comfortable. You get to your Pattaya hotel 1 hour later than taking a taxi. And the other thing is, look, at the end of the day, say you're in Sukhumvit. I'm going to be staying in Soi 8 Sukhumvit, all right? Again, I won't name the hotel in case there's any nutters out there, but I'll be staying in Soi 4 or Soi 8, one or the other. And, you know, to get the Sky train from Nana, the BTS from Nana station to go to Edgamire or Victory Monument, wherever, you're going to pay anywhere between 40 and 60 baht, okay? So £1.50 maximum, right? 180 baht for the bus. What's that? You're talking about £4.60, okay? So we're now up to £5. And when you get to the other end, you'll probably need to jump on the back of a motorbike, give him 100 bahts, saving the arguments, another £2.50. So you're talking less than £10 to do a 3-hour journey, 2-hour journey. I mean, that's not bad, is it? And you get air conditioning. Yeah, Dutch Frank says it's heartbreaking when you lose your dog. It really is. I mean, my last dog was a beagle. We've always had beagles, and when she died, I felt like I took it to I had to take it to the vet real early because there was something wrong with her, and I booked an emergency appointment. I built the cage. I have a folding cage, and I made it in the kitchen. I thought I'll go and check. I didn't have YouTube, but I checked my emails here, and I'll go back. And I went back, and she was dead, and it was awful. I felt like I'd lost a child, you know, and I buried her in my garden. It was just, for about a week, I felt like, you know, somebody might look at me now and say, oh, you're a simp, you know, but it's not that. I mean, they're like, when you spend as much time with an animal as I spent with, and I'm not talking about the wife, when you spend as much time with an animal, as much as, that wasn't a nice thing to say, as I did with my dog, then you do get very close. And when you lose them, it is like losing a family member, you know. Right. Canary Spreads His Wings says, I'm staying in Soi 8 too, Peter. Whereabouts are you staying in Canary Spreads His Wing? That'll be interesting. Because there isn't a lot of options in Soi 8, is there? Yeah, a dog will always give you unconditional love. They're brilliant. They're brilliant. Yeah, another beagle. Andrew Dudley. I love beagles. I had two. Do you remember when they used to do the experiments with the cigarettes, when they used to test cigarettes in the 70s? Awful. They used to have this line of beagles. They'd strap them all in with their heads fixed, and they'd put cigarettes. And these dogs, when they breathed in cigarettes one after the others. Then they'd die, and they took their lungs and dissected them to see what effect they had. Absolutely awful. It's banned now. But the reason they chose beagles is because they're so passive. They wouldn't never bite anybody. You know, they're really good family dogs. And this is why we got them, because our kids were very, very young when we got them. Right, David Kierman. How much is a taxi fare? I think you meant fare from Bangkok to Pattaya. It depends. I'm going to advertise. Look, let me put this up for you. You can pause this. You can come back to it. Okay, this is who I use when I use taxis. Okay, that's Apple's taxi. She's a lovely girl. That's her line ID. That's her number. She speaks a fair bit of English. She won't rip you off. I think she'll charge like 1,100, 1,200 baht to Pattaya. air conditioned, and that's who I use. She's great. So look, you can get a line ID and write to her. Just tell her I mentioned you, and she'll do something for you. Right, Clive Allen. And when I say she'll do something for you, she's a decent girl, you know what I mean? So don't get in a taxi and start touching her up. She'll probably kick you in the place where you won't want to be kicked, and she's no pushover. I will miss my cat when I go to the Philippines in November, and we'll full holiday in Thailand. And well, if I take my cat, it will cost me 12. A lot of guys are, I haven't been single for 33 years, obviously, but a lot of guys are feeling this channel who are divorced or single. They do have pets, and it's very, when you live alone, because I have been alone when my wife used to take the kids to Korea for 6 weeks in the summer holidays when they were young. It wasn't worth going for less than that because I bought the tickets for them and it was expensive. So I used to say, look, go for the full 6 weeks, make it worth it. And I was on my own, and my dogs were like my best friend. I'd leave, sometimes I'd have to go to work, so I'd go out at 9, I'd walk the dog early morning, feed him, and then I'd nip home at 1 o'clock to let him out and do his business and put him in for the afternoon and come back at 4. But, it was so nice coming in the evening. You come into an empty house, but you let your dog out and it jumps up and it's so happy to see you. And I know it's not a human being, it's not your partner and everything, but it's quite nice. It's better than being on your own. Citizen Mikey, what is your favorite part of Bangkok, Peter? I've got a few favorite parts of Bangkok. Some of them you won't know, so there's no point talking about them. But I do like Bagner. I'll be honest with you; it's quite nice there. I like the Sukhumvit area because it's very westernized, isn't it? A lot of tourists there, but you've got all the outlets having like Starbucks, McDonald's. Not that I eat McDonald's. I'm just giving you an example. So it's very westernized. I like that area. Ceylon's not bad as well. Where else would you know? Just various sort of parts. You probably won't, like I say, you probably won't know a lot of them. But there's lots of nice areas and lots of shitholes as well. But Paul Hoskin, having a dog means you can blame the dog if you break wind. Good point. Poor old dogs. Right, only in Thailand. The worst day of my life was taking my Yorkshire Terrier dog Benji. That's the name of my dog, Benji. To the vets to be put down. The vet was amazed that he was 22 years old. Very sad day walking up. Yeah, I know. I mean, I've never taken a dog to the vets to get put down, but I had a friend. People will be coming on in now. Thailandbound. Was he talking about dogs? Welcome to Croftsbound. No, I had a friend who he had a Labrador and they have problems with their hips, and he had to take his dog to the vet, and he was in the room when the dog put him down, and he told me straight out. He said I was crying like a baby. But he said I felt like a murderer. He said I really felt like a murderer, and it can be very emotional. It really can. Right, let's stop the dog talk now. And don't forget, talking of emotional, if you like emotional stories, tomorrow, Lek, the story of a bar girl. Fantastic. Right, £1,200 is still good price to Pattaya if it's from Sukhumvit and includes tolls. It is from Sukhumvit. You might have to give the toll, but you're talking 50 baht, 70 baht, I mean, look, we don't like to spend money, I know, but, it's worth having Apple just to go down there for pleasant. She won't, turn around and say, you have Thai lady, and give you all the bullshit, Right, yours travels again. I will be getting the bus to Pattaya. My condo is virtually on the beach road, 5 minutes walk to Walking Street. Well, yeah, good on you. When I lived in Pattaya, my condo was the other end of Beach Road. So as you come down from the Dolphin Round, turn left, it was the first soy. I don't know if it was called Soy 1 or Soy 3. There's a hotel up there called the, I forget what it's called, a long time ago. Right. Yeah, absolutely. Cashier, we went from a happy monger minutes to talking about pets dying. Yeah, we won't talk about pets anymore. Right, okay. Jay says, I messaged Apple online, but she never replied. Okay, so the thing is, Jay, she will reply because I've actually had guys send me pictures with Apple, say, look, I'm in the taxi. A couple of things here. Don't make the message too complicated, okay? Because our English is very basic. So just say, put it into a translator. Say what you want to say and put it into a translator. And don't forget, she drives a taxi like 12 to 15 hours a day, and she might be driving, hits your message, because I've been with her when she's got messages coming. She hits it. Look, well, she can't type back to you when she's driving. She probably forgets. So, she's a good girl. She will write back to you. Just send the message again, simplify it, or put it through a translator, send it. And I know she does write back because I know plenty of guys that have used her and abused her. Right, Jorma, I once had a friend who, we won't talk about dogs anymore. I'll just read this one out, right? I once had a friend whose dog and wife had switched roles when he came home from work. The dog jumped to his laps, licked him, and the wife part. Oh, right. Yeah, okay, very good. Right, Andrew Dudley. Okay, talk to someone else. Clive says it's Ladyboy time. Yeah, I think it is, isn't it? All right, let's just see. Yeah, let's do the Ladyboy competition. All right. Do I need to introduce it? I've had people write to me and say, oh, you know what, the Ladyboy competition used to be good, but it's had its day. You've been doing it for a long time. And I thought about it and I thought, well, what do I replace it with? You know, I always do it towards the end of the stream. A lot of people like it. Some guys are bored with it, but I've got nothing to replace it with. So, you know, 7 pictures, guys. One of them is a real girl. Tell me which one is a real girl, please. I'll tell you what, I really like that because I like listening to the music. It's a really, I put that to some old photographs one week and it's a real relaxing piece of music. Before I get into the answers, a little bit of information from Francesca there. I guess you're talking about the cosplay people and you've recommended a few places that are nice to go. So thanks for that. Right, let's see who's got it right and who's got it wrong. Right, which one was a real Thai girl? Martin Ryder, no. Andrew Dudley, no. Darcy, no. Leeds, no. Jorg van Utfra, I had to go, didn't I? No, sorry. Yes, you're right. Are you? Yeah, you are right. Well done. Sorry, I forgot now. Let me just have a quick look. Hang on. Christ. Hang on, where are we? Yeah, I got it. Okay. Christ, my memory, guys. Right, Leeds, no. Jorg, yeah, you got it, mate. James Casey, late in, wrong answer. Kirby TV, you're only allowed one right, one wrong. Taxi to Lao, yes. Paul Shackleton, yes. Hectic Daddy, yes. Taxi to Lao, yes. I said you already. Leonardo, no. Dr. Invisio, no. Canary Express's wing, yes. A lot of right answers tonight, guys. Marky Mark, way, well done, Mark. World Traveller Forever, no. Alexander the Great, yes. No Name, yes. Javier, yes. Yoz Travels, no. You're not very lucky with these, Yoz. I'm going to phone you up, tell you the answer next week. Nick T, yes. Steve P, yes. TGC, yes. John Paul, no. Shaggy Rogers, yes. Squires, yes. A lot of right answers tonight. Good. David Heisenberg, no. Boohoo, no. Ivan, yes. Brian Street, no. Sorry, Brian. John Campbell, no. Lou Brycant, is it? Yes, you got it, mate. Clive, no. Jeff Say, no. Rio Rini, no. A lot of people think it's number 7. Narrow Boat, Florence Rose. That's a name and a half, isn't it? No, you haven't got it, mate. Chang Noi, no. Leroy Foy 20, no. Kevin Lampard, yes. Dutch Frank, no. Eric Whitefield, no. Trevin, yes. Delayed Dave, I love that name. Delayed Dave. Love the name, but you got it wrong. Deet the Trucker, I'm going to give you an answer next week, Dave. Deet, you haven't got it either. And I've lost my place now. Hang on, where are we? Right, if I've said your name, I'll say it again. There we are. Nick D, yes, well done. RCX 2019, yes. Peter Jones, yes. Gary B 71, yes. Ian Lloyd, yes. Gabor Palikas, is it? No. Clive, I said no already. Real Space Hobo, yeah, you got it. Well done. Joe M, no. Simon Goodison, no. Franco De Rosa, no. Only joking, Franco. Are we going for pizza tomorrow, Franco? Let me know because I didn't get what you said today. Me and Franco go on a date every Sunday and have a fattening pizza. Right. Then. No. And I like the Ladyboy quiz. Right. Thanks for letting me know. Right. Kay Jensen. No. Adam CZA. Is it? No. Right. I'm just going to give the right answers now because it's going on a bit as always. Right. Who else? Just right answers now. Mac Ty. Yes. Well done. Silky. Yes. Fort Lass. Yes. Wayne M. Yes. Super Nice. Yes. Geezers down there in North London. Yeah, you got it, mate. Ed Sweeney's 20 stone wife back in England. Yeah, you got it. D, no. John Mine, no. Rich, why am I doing the nose? I'm only doing the nut. Yeses. Jorma, yes. Family Man 247, yes. Oh, Paul, that's a bit under the belt. Right, Paul Hoskin, yes. Right, Soda Pop Curtis, yes. Oh, it's gone on a bit tonight, isn't it? Let's get the last few answers. Stefano, yes. Kevin Lampard, yeah, you got it, mate. Well done. Are we there? Are we there? Are we there? Kevin Lampard, why do I keep reading your name out? Frank Alderos says Sunday, okay. Okay, good. Right, that's it, guys. Let's see. Let's put the answers up and see who got it right and who got it wrong. Here we go. You know, my number one fan who always reports me to YouTube, he tries to get my site taken down. I was watching his stream a while ago. I don't know why I don't watch him. What he said, hey, he does this ladyboy competition. We did this 10 years ago. And I went back on his stream. He's never done a ladyboy competition. Full of shit. Right. Okay. Check bound. Hello, Peter and everyone. Late in. I guess I just missed the quiz. I won't look at the answers so I can try the quiz when I watch the stream tomorrow. I'm just giving you the answers. Good to have you in. Yeah, I won't be going too much longer. Check bound. It's really, really hot in here. You know, when it's like I'm getting used to it, but I know when I walk out the door, it's going to be like walking into paradise. So cool. Okay, let's see. Right, Mike, what are you saying? Hi, Peter. Just joined. I see you got the wife beater shot on. Oh yes, look, the wife beater. I told this story at the very beginning. But it's quite comical, actually. Damon last Sunday wasn't in the stream. Damon's one of the moderators on here. He's probably just took off, like literally 5 minutes ago. He's on his way to Thailand now. And it was his mother's birthday last Sunday. So him and his brother went round to his mother's house. He ordered a Chinese takeaway and he just put the stream on for 5-10 minutes to show his mum. He said, this is Thailand bound. I do the moderating and everything. And at that time, when she was looking, I just said, oh yeah, I've got the wife beating shirt on tonight. And old lady, she turned around to him. She says, did I just hear him right? Does he beat his wife? And Damon turned around and said, only when he's wearing that vest. Classic. Right, okay. Right, Daniel Rubin. Peter, what do you think of LJ Esquire? What about the video when the Thai lady dumped him? Yeah, he's very, very good. He's a very good presenter. I don't watch him a lot. I don't watch anybody a lot because this channel takes up so much of my time. And the problem I've got at the moment, you're probably saying to yourself, well, it takes up so much of your time, but we haven't seen many videos come out. It's just too hot to come in here. I come in the morning, I answer my emails, I check my numbers. By the time I'm ready to do some work, it's heated up in here. I can't do anything. From Monday, the weather's changing, so hopefully I can do some more stuff. But back to your question, his Thai wife dumped him. What can you say? I mean, they do, don't they? You don't know the backstory. I mean, he's good. He's good. Right, Tom Waddington. Peter, where do you stop in Patio Soy 7? Right, no disrespect to you, Tom. I'm sure you're a very nice guy. I'm not going to say on a public forum here because there are nutters out there. You know yourself. I don't mention his name, but there is a guy out there, a total idiot, right? And his mission in life is to get my channel taken down. What he does, he scrutinizes every minute of everything I do, every stream, and every week he reports me to YouTube about different things. I don't do anything illegal in YouTube's eyes, so he's wasting his time. But people like him is the reason I don't want to give out my hotel. Not because I'm scared of him. He's just in my eyes, he is a simp. He's an idiot. Okay, I just don't even want to spare time with him. But on the other side of the coin, there are guys out there who could be dangerous. And I got 40,000 plus subscribers. There's probably 40,000 plus who can't stand the sight of me, hate me. And I don't want to give out the name of hotel I'm in because I might come back drunk one night. Some guys had a drink. and he sees me and he gets brave because he's had a drink. And I hope you respect the fact that's the only reason. Okay, most guys are brilliant. When I was in Thailand in December, guys were coming up to me, shaking my hand, were sitting having a drink with me. They said, look, I like what you do. And I suppose the guys who don't like what I do wouldn't come and shake my hand, but I never had any problems. But giving your hotel away on here is probably a bit too much. Poor Shackleton. Bring Benji on the stream. Love the Beagles. What's he going to do? Guess the Ladyboy competition. Okay. Boohoo. Peter is sacrificing his health for the sorry lot. Peter is sacrificing his health for the. Oh, I'm not sacrificing my health. You, Boohoo. Look, you know who I'm talking about. You go on to his stream. You enjoy his stream. Fair play, no problem. I got no issues with that. If you enjoy his stream, that's fine. I don't criticize him. He criticizes me. Okay. And his mission in life is to get my channel taken down. You know that. So I just don't want to entertain him. Right. Jeff Fried Rice. These ladyboys can be freaking tell. It's like playing the lottery. No, when you're there, it's a different kettle of fish. When you see somebody in the flesh, like I've said many times, people write in and they say, "Oh, I'm scared of taking a ladyboy back to my room by accident." As a rule, that doesn't happen. The guys who take ladyboys back to their room, it isn't an accident. Believe me, guys. Right, Lou. Do you believe hotel reviews on booking sites? I was looking into booking 1 or 2 nights in the new Space Hotel in Patty before it opened, and there was about 50 reviews on it. No, generally speaking, I don't, because reviews are very easy to fake, especially by the hotels. You can pay. There's Indian farms. What they're called. What do they call it? In India, they got like warehouses full of people on computers. You pay a fee, and they'll write you 100 reviews. They'll give you 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. But no, I don't believe in reviews. I think the best way to judge something is by word of mouth. But saying that, there are some sites that are better than others, and there is a site called TripAdvisor, and that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Right, Mohammed Musili, I hope I said that right. Hello, Peter. Just joined the live stream. Good to have you, mate. It won't be going on much longer because I'm really hot. There's no air in here. We're coming up for 2 hours. I didn't think I'd be going this long, but I'll try to keep it going a bit longer. Okay. Diane Abbott. Yeah. Okay. I agree with that. I didn't want to say his name, but yeah. Danny Ho. Well, he can say what he likes, mate. Go through all my videos. I've never threatened him. What I says is I was on the fringes of it, but I didn't say that exactly. Right. Chris says, Dutch Frank, hi, great to see other Dutch people in here. Yeah, Chris, Dutch Frank's been here for a long time. He's in a lot of streams. He loves the streams. Any Thailand stream, you'll see Dutch Frank in there. And thankfully, in all the time he's been in this stream, probably 2 years, I don't think he's ever said anything offensive in here. There's somebody in here tonight who's leaving comments who I actually blocked. I blocked him last week because he was coming out with stuff that I didn't like, and I thought this guy's gone a bit too far. And I thought about it in a week. I thought, well, he's been coming into the stream for quite a long time, and until last week, he hadn't done anything wrong. And I actually went in and I thought, right, I'll unblock him and I'll monitor him. And so far, so good. But you've got to, when you block somebody, you've got to think about it, because if you've had a guy who just comes in and says something stupid, then yeah, obviously you block him. But if you've got a guy who's coming in for 18 months, leaving comments, and for the first time he's leaving things that are a little bit offensive, he might have had a drink, he might have had a few whiskeys, and we've all done it. You've had a drink, you've sent emails out in the morning, you thought, oh my God, phone up that guy. Oh, sorry, I was pissed when I sent that email. I haven't done it for years. But I did ban somebody last week, and I brought him back out of being banned. Right, Citizen Mikey, he's obviously jealous of your channel. Martin Ryder, let's just say yes. Right, Danish Bacon, Meth's got a few, okay. Right, Hectic Daddy. Peter, have you ever stayed at the Adelphi? If so, what's it like? If I did, it was a long time ago. I can't remember. Don't forget, I've been going to Thailand for over 3 decades, over 30 years. And during that time, I've had apartments. I've lived on Soi 4, 22, 24. I said 24 twice now. Soi 4, 22, 38. I've lived on Edgamai. I've lived in Pattaya. I lived in Isan. All sorts. I can't remember. I really can't remember. Do you know what? Talking about I can't remember, I was talking to somebody in England who were in the glory days, as I call them, about 97, when I was about 37 actually, yeah. And those were the days I was old enough, I wasn't a naive kid. and I wasn't an old man like I am now. I was kind of 37. I was like, pumped and ready to go, as it were. And I had a friend out there who does the stock market, a guy called Randy. And I hadn't forgotten about him, but I just remember, oh yeah, I knew a guy called Randy. That was it. And I spoke to my friend whose dad owned one of the huge go-go bars in Nana Plaza. He lives in the UK now, not the dad, the son. And we were just talking. I was on the phone for about an hour. I haven't spoken to him for probably a year. And I used to go out with him. We used to have meals at Biotto, great steaks on Sukhumvit. That's a Dutch restaurant, funny enough. And we were just sort of reminiscing about the good old days, as you do. And we were talking. He said, "Oh, have you seen Randy when you've gone back on your trips?" I said, "No, I haven't seen him." He said, "Well, he bought an apartment in Omni Tower." Because I said, "Well, I might check into Omni Tower because the rooms are a bit claustrophobic. You've got that small window." But I thought for 3 months it might do me, or 2 months or something like that. And he said to me, he said, "Do you remember we went to Cambodia with Randy? You wanted to show Randy what Cambodia was like." I wanted to show him what it was like. And he said, "Me, you and Randy, we went to Cambodia. And if you remember, we went around the S22 prison at the Khmer Rouge, tortured people. Then we went off to the killing fields." I'm like, "I can't remember." I said, "I remember I've been to the killing fields. I remember that. And I remember going to the torture prison, S22, the converted school. But I says, I really can't remember going there with Randy." And I'm like, Jesus, memories are it's scary, actually, very scary, not being able to remember things. Right, okay. Right, Dig the Trucker. Another stream, Peter, you mentioned that person, you spent 2 minutes of your stream trying to explain yourself. Yeah, I know. Sometimes it's hard, people say, why do you give time to these idiots? And I shouldn't really, but sometimes it's difficult because sometimes you want to explain yourself, not in a way where you're defending yourself, but you just think, well, that guy spends hours slating me and, saying, oh, look at this. And he says things like, oh, he's been to Thailand 3 times. He knows nothing about Thailand and all that. And sometimes you just feel like you want to defend yourself in a way. It's wrong, really. I know, but it's hard. It really is. Nick T says it's S21, is it? I thought it was S22, but I told you my memory. Right. Chris Verhoeven, is it? Are you the Peter from Czech doing videos about Czech? Okay, you talk to someone else, I guess. Mohammed, thanks, Trevor. Okay, well, we have all these private conversations going now. All right, 2 hours. Right. Right, Bottle Baby. It can be fun. Ask any lawyer. Yeah, I know. When you get up to a certain level, you're going to attract these people. They're going to come out the woodwork, aren't they? And, you get people on your channel who love what you do. They like you and they click with you or they wouldn't join. But, on the other side of the coin, there must be people out there who look at me and think this guy is such a bullshit. I can't stand him. It's natural, isn't it? And I can't do nothing about that. I do what I do. And, what can you do? Yeah, that what you're talking about is that cryptocurrency and all that stuff. I block it every time, but it comes back about 5-6 times a night. And that's only happened since I got up to 40,000 subscribers. Before that, it never used to come on. Right, we got a troller. Yeah, that's the bot. I've caught it 3 times now. Okay. Dr. Inviso, hello, Peter. Have you ever been shocked by the electric bill at a condo? I plan to run the aircon non-stop. Wonder if the end hotel is the same price. Okay. Well, good news for you. Okay. They've brought out a law now. Up until recently, I don't know how recently, but this was a major problem, is because you go to look at a condo or an apartment, they'd say to you, say it was in Sukhumvit, okay, it's 30,000 baht a month, or it's 20,000 baht a month if it's a room, 15,000 baht, whatever. And you thought, that's a good deal. You move in. And the government rate that they charge you per unit on electricity, I think it's around 4.5, 4.5 baht, 4.5 baht. Might be 4.4 or 4.6, but around 4.5 baht. But what a lot of landlords were doing, especially with foreigners, is they were charging up to 9 baht a unit. So if you got, for me, I used to have the aircon on when I lived in Thailand. If I had a nice condo on Soy 24, Sahai Place, it's about halfway down, lovely place, 4th floor. So what I used to do, I'd have in the daytime if I was home, I'd just wear shorts, no underwear, no socks, nothing, just shorts. Used to make the maid go like this when she walked by, but I'd have the fans on all day and the balcony doors open. That was enough. You get climatized. But when you're sitting there in the evening watching a film, to have the aircon on is nice, and obviously when you go to sleep, it's nice. So just say, for instance, if you're paying the government rate, your aircon bill was 3,500-4,000 baht a month. That's at the government rate. Well, if the private landlord decides that he's going to charge you 9 baht, now your 4,000 baht is suddenly 8,000 baht. Now that makes your 20,000 baht condo not such a great deal, doesn't it? Because you're not paying 23,000, 24,000. You're now paying 28,000. But the good news for you, Dr. Inviso, is that they've brought out a law that they're not allowed to do that anymore. They must charge the government rate. So I went to look at, I'm a bit outdated, so I went to look at a few apartments. And I remember I was looking around some apartments in Sukhumvit, and the last question I asked them said, how much do you charge per unit? And they all said, oh, we charge 4.5. And I'm like, oh, that's strange. They charge a government unit. I went to the next one, asked the same question, 4.5 baht. And I thought, oh, why are they not charging 8, 9, 7, 8, 9 baht? And I found out later that's the law. They can't do it anymore. So that's good news. I don't think you'll need to have the air conditioning all the time. When you arrive, you might think you will. You'll get you there. The airport door opens. It's like you feel like a butter-basted turkey when you come out the airport. It's so hot, like a bit like in here tonight. But you do climatize, and you do get used to it. And of course, it's nice to sleep in the aircon and all the rest of it. But I would really suggest try to spend an hour a day just with the fans on, and up that to an hour and a half, 2 hours, until eventually you get up in the morning, you open your balcony doors, you put your fans on, and you can spend the whole day with fans on, because it's a lot cheaper, a hell of a lot cheaper. Okay, Capio says average energy bill in the UK will be 350 a month soon. Yeah, I mean, they're talking about fourth. I don't know how people are going to manage, because I can manage it. I'm not rich, but I've done okay working. I've done the right things. But yeah, somebody like a postman who comes out with £300 a week, how is he going to cope with a 4,000 plus pound a month energy bill? Because if you divide 4,000 baht into 12 months, what's that? It's £375 a month, isn't it? £4,000 if my maths is correct. Yeah, it's about £375 a month. Now, if you're earning £1,200 a month and you come out with, like my wife, for instance, when she's going to be living without me, she comes out with about £1,200 a month, and if she's got to pay £400 on electricity and gas, it's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. Capio, I said to you at the beginning, I said, oh, you have to ignore me when I come onto your stream, because I talk shit about who. It's so hard not to, isn't it? I mean, I told myself last week I won't talk about him, and I'm slowly dragging myself into it, and I see your name, and it spurs me on to start talking about him. But I've got to kind of resist and not talk about him, because he's not worth it, is he? He's not worth it. He literally is not worth it. He's a waste of our time. So let's zip it. Right, Jeff Ride Rise. Hey, Peter, I am for sure going to plan a trip to Thailand in January, and I was wondering, with your time respectfully compensated, can you help me with the plan? Yeah, I mean, look in the description. Nobody's taken me up on it yet, but I actually offer a service where if you want to talk to me for half an hour or 2 hours for a small fee, and it is a small fee, I'll do a one-on-one with you on Zoom, so you can come on. It's just me and you for however, and I don't watch a clock. If I say 30 minutes, it goes on 40 minutes. I'm not going to say, hey, it's 30 minutes, piss off sort of thing. On my website, the prices are all on there, but if you look in the description of this stream, the first line, it says something, I can't remember what it says, but it says something like book a private consultation. And for a very small amount of money, say an hour, for instance, right? You tell me when it's convenient for you. We'll do a Zoom call one-on-one for an hour. You can ask me what you want. I can advise you on visas, where to stay, things to do, things not to do, the entertainment industry, anything you want to know about Thailand. I've been going for over 3 decades. I think I know what I'm talking about, right? So in answer to your question, I don't do it for free, because my time is valuable, like everybody's time is valuable. But, it's there. The service is there if you want it. Okay. Bottle Baby. Government dilator rates 4.5 baht, but those landlords will find a different avenue. Remember, they've been gone. No, yeah, but it's, yeah, I hear you, and I'm not saying you're wrong, Bottle Baby. But the thing is, my answer to that is I went around several apartment buildings, like I said earlier in the stream, and they all said 4.5, and I feel like they just don't want to risk it. Okay, I didn't come across anybody who said 7, 8, 9 baht. In the old days, I would have gone around 3 or 4 apartments. They would have all said 7, 8, 9 baht a unit. None of them would have said 4.5 because I'm a flang, right? But they all said it this time. So what does that tell you? Checkbound says air conditioning. I read that they recommend that the maximum temperature difference between the outside air conditioning inside should be only 6 Celsius. Otherwise, you risk catching a head gas. Well, I don't know about all that. I used to set my, obviously, when you've been out all day and you know, you're sweating like a rapist, you come into the stream, you come into the room and you're really hot. You whack the air conditioner on really, really hot, and then eventually it cools down. And I found the perfect temperature was about 21, and then I'd bring it down to 19, something like that, you know, and that was perfect. Right. Dutch Frank says Peter is doing the consultation side of the game. Adam is doing the book. I haven't done any yet. I've only just started advertising it, and I don't really advertise it. I haven't advertised it on the stream, certainly. There's just a link that says if you want a one-on-one chat, you know, consultation sounds it's like I'm a doctor or something. But there are guys who haven't been out to Thailand. They might want to sit and talk to me for an hour. Well, you know, I need a few beers or something for doing that, don't I? You know, I mean, it's not unreasonable, is it? Capiel says consultation price is double if Peter is naked. Yeah, we'll triple it if I'm naked. You won't want to do a consultation with a naked me, believe me. Right, boohoo. Peter, in your opinion, is ST a better value than LT? I won't explain what ST and LT is. Being a married man, I can't really discuss this, but from what I've been told from friends, I'll tell you what I think. It depends what sort of person you are. I mean, some guys, they want to have a lady to spend time with all night, to cuddle up with and just not be by themselves. So that would be, an LT would be better for them. There's other guys who just want to get back to the room, have a quick aerobic session, you know, and then they don't want nothing to do with them. Then obviously an ST. If you're talking about monetary value, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Dutch Frank says, Capiel triple with the wife beater. Yeah, right, the wife beater t-shirt, or talk about something else. Right, happy. Instead of annoying us, why doesn't that troll go and have a tug while he's watching his sites as promoting? Yeah, okay. I don't want to get into, I don't want to, yeah, check bank. Here's my consultation. Cheers. Lester Paul, evening all, late in tonight, but hey, hope I've not missed too much. You haven't missed too much, Paul. Only the Ladyboy competition, the Spot the Thai Girl competition, the Manga Minute, the Joke of the Week, and all the chat so far. But otherwise, you're okay. Mazza, what are you still guessing the game? Right. Leroy 420. It's not a troll. It's it's a bot. Right, Trevin. Trolls are miserable people, and they want everyone to join them in misery. It is easy to be negative about anything. I come into Peter's stream for the information and not to miss correct quiz answers. Yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, we've all done a bit of trolling in the past. Be honest, guys. Think about it. You know, I've gone onto a stream who I can't stand the guy, and I've watched him, and he's talking bullshit. And I thought, I've got to challenge a guy on this, you know. And I've wrote to him, and I've said, look, you said this. That's not true because this is it. And I'm not trying to be an arse about things. It just kind of wound me up, and I should have just gone to bed, but I did. And he wrote something back to me which offended me, so I started giving it the old keyboard warrior, you know. But I didn't do myself any favors. That was a long time ago. Check band again. Consultation. I see other YouTubers advertising, sharing their experience on one-to-one sessions at the beginning of all their videos. Maybe something to consider. I do it. There's a link in the description. Like I say, nobody's taking me up on it, but I don't over advertise it. Yeah, Steve P says, I'm too old for LT now. One shot and I'm all done. I know what you mean. Yeah, okay. I'll not say anything more than that. Right, Clive Allen. Right, the experts are coming in now, guys. The experts are coming in. Here we go. Right, ST is better. LT, you will end up buying a new Buffalo in the long run. Absolutely. And the longer the run, the longer the LT, the more Buffaloes you get. Right, only in Thailand again. The older you get, the more valuable your time is because you may have lots of plans, but then you simply run out of time. Oh, that's very depressing. True, but depressing. I've got a doctor's appointment on Tuesday. I won't tell you what for. Peter, do you enjoy Be More Ron? I love him. That's a channel I haven't come across, to be honest with you. Dutch Frank says Peter is on the edge of going on a rant. No, I'm on the horse, Black Beauty. I'm away. I've got the reins, and she was starting to gallop. You know, here we go. And I was even did the accent, didn't I? I was like, way. I pulled back on the reins. No, we're not going there. Okay, it was a fake. Yeah, okay. Chet Bound, right? It's just we're nearly done now, guys, so we can talk about anything. Last 10 minutes, we'll talk about anything and everything and say what you want, right? Right, Chet Bound. Challenging versus trolling. I think correcting misfortune is a service to those who read chats, videos, comments. Trolling is just psychopathic behavior to get a reaction. Best to ignore. What you got to remember is that not everybody is a troll. You can leave negative comments in a positive way. That might sound I was going to say something now. People have a go at me. You can leave a negative comment in a positive way. So let me try and explain what I'm talking about. If somebody came into this stream and just said, Peter, you're a fat wanker, right? That is a negative troll, and it's not true, and it's just a troll, right? But if somebody came onto this stream and said, Peter, I've been watching your stream for the last year. It's good, but the ladyboy competition sucks, and you're not very good at doing it. That's a negative, but it's a positive negative because he's telling me something and he's giving me the reason why, right? So I can write back to him and say, get stuffed, or I can say, yeah, I absolutely agree. I'll never do it again. So those sort of comments are okay. I don't get offended by them. But then you get the armchair critics as well, don't you? They tell you how to run the channel. And it's like, I was watching your stream last night, and if I wouldn't do it this way, I'd do it that way, and I'd do that, and you'd be better off doing this. And you think, oh, sounds great. What's the name of your channel? I want to check you out. Oh, don't have a channel. You know, everyone's got an opinion. Opinions are like backsides. Everyone's got one, right? Even me. Right, boohoo. Ron is awesome. I hope his heart doesn't get broken. I'll have a look tomorrow. Dutch Frank again. Is complimenting when someone makes a fake account or you are not? No, not at all. Not at all. You're talking about these guys. Ed Sweeney's had it. I've had it. I'm sure Capio's had it, where people use your logo and they go onto other streams and they start off gently and they'll say things like, oh, yeah, hi, guys. How are you tonight? And by halfway through the stream, they're coming out with such offensive stuff. But do you know what? It doesn't work. And I'll tell you why it doesn't work. Yeah, the logo looks the same and the name's the same and all the rest of it. But I've had a fake Ed Sweeney come onto my stream. But the messages are not, when I read the comments, I think, this is not Ed Sweeney. He wouldn't write. I'll get a fake Ed Sweeney come into the stream and he'll leave a comment. He'll say something like, Peter, you're totally boring. What have you even got a channel for? And I'm thinking, Ed Sweeney wouldn't come on and say that. He might think that, but he wouldn't say that, right? And it's the same like there was a fake Thailand bound on Ed Sweeney's. And this fake Thailand bound said something like, you're a tight arse, Ed, just buy the ticket. You know, you don't spend any money. And straight away, he said, well, this isn't Peter. I know he doesn't leave. So you know. Right, Martin Ryder. It's all banter. It is, Martin. We shouldn't take it too seriously. So we shouldn't take it so seriously. Let's have another drink. At the end of the day, best comment of the night. It's all banter. It is. And let's enjoy it. Boohoo says 2 negatives make a positive. Yeah. Yeah, Chris, I kind of agree with you. I just said that, didn't I? I said that's not trolling. It's feedback. It's trolling if you come on and just give a negative without any reason. You know, like I said to you, if you came onto this stream and said this stream is shit, that is a total troll negative comment because you're not giving the reason. If you give a reason, then it's, it's got meaning, hasn't it? Okay, Chet Bound. Peter, how many weeks until you get to Thailand? Is this hotter weather than you get in the mood for tropic? I'm going on the first week of October, Chet Bound, for about 2 months. I'm hoping that will be my last trip where I'm not going out there to live full time. Like I said earlier, okay, it's hotter than Thailand at the moment. People, I mentioned this earlier. Somebody said to me today, well, what are you complaining about the heat for? You love Thailand. You're always in Thailand. It's a hot country. But the difference is in Thailand, when you get to the point where you think, oh, I've had enough, there is always somewhere you can go and get aircon. Good example, Patty, you're out around the beers, these beer bars, you're playing Connect 4 and everything, great fun. You've been out for a couple of hours. You get to the point where you think, Jesus, butter-basted turkey, I'll be done in 5 minutes. You're really hot. So what do? You head to Walker Street. You go and sit in a go-go bar like Happy a Go-Go Bar or Windmill or wherever you like to go to. Strong aircon. Within 10 minutes, your body temperatures come back down and you're ready for round 2. You go out again. But in the UK, we don't have aircon. There are people who do have aircon, but not many. And it's just relentless. From when I woke up this morning, I took my dog out 8 o'clock in the morning. It was hot. And now I'm sitting here at what time? 10:15 and I'm still sweating, you know. I mean, I'm sure when I go out of here now, it'll be very pleasant in the garden. I'm not going to water the daisies because I'm going to go out there full time in a minute. Right, David, you mean like Lisa Dell? If she does not like it, why come? I'm not sure if that Lisa Dell's a real character, you know. I'm not. I think it's some. I mean, I've watched Ed talk about this Lisa Dell, and no disrespect to Ed, he's not making anything up. But this Lisa Dell, I don't think it's a real woman. I really don't. I think it's some guy just playing around for fun, and he's not hurting anybody. But I really don't think it's a real woman. I'm not Paul. You said you've got 40,000 subscribers. Wouldn't worry about negative trolls. Raise another glass of whiskey to them. It's empty. Look, Paul. I'm not worried about them, mate. Honestly, I'm not, and I'm really not paranoid about them, anything like that. But I just think it kind of winds me up a little bit. You know, this one. You know, the one guy I'm talking about, Capio knows who I'm talking about. He's just such a I wish I could say it here on YouTube, but he's just such a nobody that you think, you know, what's this guy doing? Right, JB, Peter, was it that comment on the BQ Watchers show on Monday night ages ago or a troll? Pete, what's that? Peter, was it? Oh, was it you that commented on the BQ Watchers show? No, it wasn't me. Definitely not. I don't even know which show that is. Not me. Dutch Frank, okay, Peter. So was you on Ed's yesterday? Yeah, I was. I was a bit pissed yesterday. I came into Ed's. He didn't read out any of my comments, Ed, yesterday. Did he? No, he read one out from Martin Ryder because Martin Ryder said, I'm going on Monga Bound tomorrow. I've got this reputation now, married man, Monga Bound. And Ed said, oh, yeah, I like watching Peter stream. I'll be on there. But I left a few comments on there, but he didn't really read them out. Chetburn says, fake Ed Sweeney. Imagine if fake Ed Sweeney really did have a... No, that guy, the fake Ed Sweeney, he's not a troll or an armchair critic or anything. He's actually a really regular guy. He's a fan of Ed Sweeney, and he calls himself the fake Ed Sweeney. But he's a straight guy. I mean, he's been on here. He doesn't leave any disrespectful comments. And he's got that picture of that beautiful, beautiful woman with a big face. And yeah, he's okay. He's okay. He's not a troll, nothing like that. He's just having a bit of fun with the name. That's fine. High five. We're not, mate. Honestly, I guarantee, because I'll pass out. I will, honestly. I've been drinking this too slow. It's warm now. Somebody left me a comment the other day and said, good man, you did 2 hours and you cut it. Best to leave it like that. Yeah, I'm not biting, Deke. I'm just sort of playing with them, right? Right, Ed Sweeney's 20-stone wife. There she is. What a lovely woman. Look, I bet she can cook a good roast. Right, Ed Sweeney's 20-stone wife back in England. He actually does so. Yeah, all right. No, because if look, Boohoo, I'll put that up. But if I do that, you'll just go onto his stream and say, "Look, I got him to say it," and I'm not going to play that game. Okay, right? Neil Macfraqua, is it? Christ, I haven't had too much to drink yet. Macfarqua. Oh, actually, I know what that means. Macfarqua. Very clever. It'll come to me later. What are your thoughts on taking cash or just using cards in Thailand? Definitely cash. In Thailand, cash is king. Use cards as an absolute backup emergency. I've said it again. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Go on to Wise. Very good. Get their debit card. Load it up. Use it as an emergency. No, you don't want to use cards because the ATMs in Thailand, they all charge 220 baht. Doesn't matter whether you take 1,000 baht or 20,000 baht. I don't want to go into this in a big way because I mentioned it lots of times in the past, but load up with cash. Use your cards as an emergency. All right. Ben Newton deleted videos here. The Bedford Buddies. Wow, that's a name and a half. It's hot here in Cambodia. It's hot here in the UK. It really is. Have lady boys will monga. Have you ever heard of a monga that bagged 100 short times in a month? I was thinking of having a try. Not 100, no, but I know a guy. I won't mention his name. He's probably still watching. He lives in London. He knows who he is if he's still in here. He did 16 STs in, how long did he say it was? 16, I think, was it? I can't remember, but it's something like 3 a day or something like that. Crazy. What's the point of that, though? You know, I mean, yeah, okay, it's fun. I'm going to do that many in a month, and but what's the point? You know, it's expensive, and it's like, okay, I did it, but do you really enjoy everyone? Right. David says Ed Sweeney's going to Thailand in November. You two may meet up. I'd love to meet Ed. I'd love to meet Ed in Thailand, and I'd love to say, here I am with Ed Sweeney in Jump Team. We're going for a walk. Let's see what we can find, Ed, and do a live stream. But he's so hard to pin down. You know, Ed's his own man. I've got his Facebook. I've spoke to him on the phone several times. I've got his Facebook. He doesn't do it in purpose to kind of mess me about. He's one of those guys. He just likes to do his own thing. He doesn't like to be pinned down. You know, and I don't want to hassle the guy. Eric Taurine, is it? The best way to ask to go somewhere the sun doesn't shine, yeah, is such a way that the person can't wait to go. Yeah, okay, very clever there. Right, okay. Paul Shackleton, Aldi have the best aircon. Yeah, I mean, that is a good point, actually. I don't know if you're joking or not, but some of the supermarket. Yeah, you are right, actually, because I went to Aldi to buy a case of beer last week. I didn't want to leave. It was wonderful. And then I went into B&M, and they don't have aircon in there, and it was like awful. Right. Right, I have Ladyboys again. Lisa Dell is into Gambian sausage, or so I've heard. Well, I did a piece on the old Gambian sausage last week. I think I've deleted the photographs now. If you don't know what the Gambian sausage is, it's like these mongorettes, as I call them. Ed calls them something else. But they go out to Gambia and they enjoy the old Gambian sausage. Right. Boohoo says 1 ST a month is plenty. I don't know, it's a bit limited, is it? You put yourself on a starvation ration there, Boohoo. 1 a month. Even I can do better than that if I wasn't married. Right. Well, I'm glad he's won the award and it's not me. Hang on, we've been going for 2 hours and we've had the same background on. This is terrible. Right, there we go. The problem is on here, the time goes so fast, really fast. A lot of comments from you tonight. I was going to have, here lies a man who bagged 100 hot chicks in a month, carved on my tombstone, which might happen very soon. My demise. Yeah, but what happens if it's like, here lies a man who 99? Yeah, I mean, it might be on. You might be just about to go on your last one. It kills you. Right, Mark Hanley says Ed's on a date with Lisa and her boyfriend. Okay. I don't think that Lisa is a real girl. I really don't. At 20, should be able to do 8 at a time. My word, this is all gone down the toilet now. Right, completely different subject. Let's go here for a minute. Rupesh Singh, is cannabis legal in Thailand? Okay, technically, yes, it is legal now. They've changed the law. You can't come through the airport with a bag of cannabis. You get arrested, okay? But they do have cannabis cafes. Carlson Road's a big place for cannabis. So short answer to your question is yes, but check out the rules around it before you go there. Right, Stephen 4X. Tesco Cafe and MS Cafe. Never been so busy, Peter. Great aircon. And don't want to go home to your 90 Fahrenheit house. I know it's sad in the UK, isn't it? Chandler Bing Bong. Hi, Peter. Is that a Chang vest? No, I don't have a Chang vest. It's just a plain like fiver vest from. You know, I actually hate to come onto the stream like this because I'm old fashioned, right? And I just don't think it's right to come on a stream. It's inappropriate to dress like this, right? But the problem is, I'm in a room at the end of my garden. Okay, there's no windows. It's so hot. It's stuffy. I've got a fan here that's doing nothing but putting hot air around. I feel like I want to sleep because I'm so tired. I've been gone for 2.5 hours. You know, but this is the best relief I can get. This is the best I can hope for. But, you know, if you've watched my older streams, you'll always see me turned out well in a nice polo shirt. You know, I like to dress like, you know, if you see me in Bangkok, you'll never see me in a pair of shorts. Actually, when I was in Pattaya last time, I didn't wear a pair of shorts. There's nothing wrong with shorts, but I'm just one of those guys. I like to dress like, I've got to think the right word now, my own way. You know, I just like to wear like a nice polo, short trousers and that sort of thing. Right. Dutch Frank says, Rupesh, the stuff you won't get high on. You do get high on it, actually. Right, Paul Scarf might need to get down to the quarry for some extra stone chips for the grave if someone is managing. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. Yeah, Ivan, I would have an AC if I was in Thailand. Dutch Frank says, polo and wife beater prices have gone up since Peter's stream. I bought a load of them last week. I got some really nice polos I bought from Tesco's. You wouldn't think they come from Tesco's. Really nice designs, but I can't wear them. It's too hot. You know, I've packed that job in now. It's the summer holidays anyway, so I'm at home all day. I walk the dog early morning, late night. I might take him out after this, actually, just around the block, because it's nice and cool now. But in the daytime, it's like I'm in Thailand. I'm wearing a pair of shorts with no underwear and nothing else, you know, just to try and get some relief. Yeah, Boohoo, are you joining a gym when you get to Thailand? I think it's so important to, absolutely. You know, I walk an hour a day. I went to the doctors recently. I had a full MOT. They did everything, poop on a stick, kidneys, liver function, blood tested, everything's okay. And I take statin, you know, to lower my cholesterol. I've been on it for years. And I'm overweight now. I'm probably about 20 kilos over. I lost all that weight. I got it, put it back on again. And when I went to see the doctor, because I'm overweight, I thought my cholesterol was going to be high. And I said to the doctor, what's my cholesterol? She said 4.4, I think it is at the moment, 4.4. That's really low. And I said, look, I know I'm on statins because the last time I went, I was 5.9 or no, you can't get a 5.9. I was 4.9, was it? Or 5.1. And I said to the doctor, I said, look, I'm so overweight. How can I know I'm on statins, but how can my cholesterol be so low? And she said to me, she said, it's simple because you exercise every day. And I said, yeah, but I only walk with Benji. We do half an hour in the morning, half an hour in the afternoon. And she said, that is the answer. She said, you'll get an exercise, your heart's going. And she said, that's why you've got low cholesterol. So fair enough, I'll keep doing it. So in answer to your question, Boohoo, yeah, absolutely. I'll go and try and get a daily rate, you know, go to the landmark somewhere like that. And all I'm going to do, I'm not going to pump, I'm 62. I'm not going to sit there pumping weights. I might pump something else, but not weights. And all I want to do is go on a treadmill, listen to Ed Sweeney's stream or something like that on headphones, and just walk fast for 45 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes, and I think that will do. Right, only in Thailand. On a hot day, Terminal 21 in Bangkok is a great place to go for food at a reasonable price. And I like those Moss burgers. You know, when you go in Terminal 21, the food court there, I know a burger, shouldn't be eating burgers, but it's called a Moss burger. And it's actually a Japanese company, and they're very, very good. If next time you're in Terminal 21, when you go down to food court, you think, what shall I have? Look for Moss burger. They're great. They're really good. And the chips are nice as well, the French fries. Marky Mark, as you said before, stay away from drugs. If you're convicted of trafficking, you're looking at life in prison or execution. Thailand has zero tolerance on hard drugs. I've never understood, maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I've never understood why people go to Thailand and mess about with drugs. I suppose the guys who like to spliff up, is that an old-fashioned term? I don't know. Is Bangkok going to be the new Amsterdam? I don't know. But I'm like you. I'm not into it at all. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you think about it, guys. You go to Bangkok, Pattaya, wherever. Think what they offer. Think what you can get there, what you can't get here. Why the hell would you want to go on drugs, right? Right, check down again. Exercise. The recommended minimum amount per week of exercise is 150 per week, 20 minutes a day. No matter how busy we are or what the weather is like, we can all do. I do 60 minutes a day, 60 minutes a day, relentlessly. And, you know, for me, it's actually easy because I enjoy it. In the morning, I put LBC London broadcast on. Is it Nick Ferrari? Brilliant, absolutely brilliant show. I don't listen to my own streams. Like when I first started doing streams in the morning when I went for a walk, I'd listen to this in the morning and think, oh, yeah. But I don't. They're boring for me because, you know, I don't want to, you know. Right, is it Pelly? Hit the like button. Yeah, I've done well on the likes tonight. 153 likes. I think that's a record. Normally I get about 30. Right, yeah, thanks for that. Okay, guys, I'm going to end it here because I said to myself tonight, I'll do an hour and a half, and then I stretched it to 2 hours. But I really am dying here. I really am. It's been good. Thanks to all you guys. It's still 386 on my screen anyway. And right, let me just be repetitive. Tomorrow, if you're into the stories, make sure you listen. I'll tell you what, I'll put it up now. Sorry, I said I wouldn't do it. I'm going to release the story after this. Give me 5 minutes, okay? I'm going to put my end music on, say goodnight. The story's out. I'm going to release the story to everybody now within 5 minutes. And what it is, if you're sort of sitting in a truck or in an office or at home and you want a little bit more entertainment, the upload is 30 minutes long. It's a story of a Pattaya bar girl, absolutely fantastic. Lots of details. She talks about the customers they can't stand, the Bargos, the customers they really love, guys they fall in love with, lots of things like that. You know, she left East Ham when she was 17. She got married in the end to a guy in England. She's probably 50 plus now. Fantastic story. It's one of the few stories that I really was gripping for me. I'm going to release that right now. I'm going to say goodnight to you guys. I'm going to play this music. Give me a minute to just monetize this, as I always do. I don't monetize this while it's live because I don't want adverts to come up. But when it's finished, I'll monetize it, which will take a minute. I'll release a video. It's now coming up to 25 to 11. By 20 to 11, you'll get a notification if you're subscribed that the video is live and you can watch it. It's a fantastic video, guys. I look forward to your comments. Okay. To everyone tonight, thanks for watching this. As far as Sunday's stream goes, I'm not going to promise. If it's like this, I'll tell you now, I'm not going to do a stream on Sunday. It's so uncomfortable. Okay, I've done well to do 2.5 hours now. If it cools down on Sunday, I'll come and do a stream. If not, I can't. I don't want to because it's too uncomfortable. Guys, for being here tonight, thank you very much once again. I hope you enjoy the story about Lek after this. And that's it. I'm out of here.